but just for the people that come back when they watch back later, we'll say we are live. Let me get YouTube going back here, Todd. That was unfortunate. That I'll just say that was unfortunate. I don't know what to say other than that sucked. But there's nothing you can do. I mean, it's not your fault. We're doing the best we could do. We have some issues. I don't know. We don't even know what it is, right?
We don't even know what it is. I just finished running a speed test to see if that was the problem. If my internet is issues, but 600 down, 150 up. It shouldn't be the problem. It's got to have something to do with OBS just crapping out, or I don't know. That's 2 weeks in a row now we've had.
Is that other chat dead? Can we put a link in that chat? I wonder if it'll work.
It's not on my screen. I can't get it up anymore.
All right. Thank you to future Todd and Eric. Ooh, I hear us now.
Yeah, that's the VBunny stream.
Oh, okay. I do apologize to everybody.
Queued up here.
Yeah, we're gonna start it kind of like where it left off at. So, hopefully, we'll get people back in here and restart it. I do apologize again. This was just we have no idea what happened. It was an OBS issue, and for some reason, all right. Thank you to shut us down. So Todd's working to just kind of catch up where that interview left off. We'll get that re-queued back up, and we'll get it going again. And we do apologize, and we'll get this figured out, and so we don't have this happen again. But technical difficulties, you can't. Nothing you can do with these things, except I'm gonna cry when this goes back on. I'm gonna go cry somewhere for a little bit. And
we get 26 people have joined back in, and I appreciate
thanks, guys. We appreciate it. We definitely appreciate it. Yeah, it was just it's. I hate when these things happen, but I mean, when it's just our show, I'm like, I can live with it. But man, when we have a great interview and awesome people going, it just kills the momentum of what's going on. So I just hate that. But we'll pick it back up, and yeah, shit does happen. Echo into the future says, and I agree 100%. Pop my chat back out so I can see. Larry Kirk is here. Orland Hoper says, cool. Hambone Wine says, all good. It happens, Todd. It does happen. We try and make sure we don't have any technical issues, and we normally do have everything kind of lined out, but every once in a while, something just goes down to completely derail you. And I really am going to cry.
Yeah, right.
I'm stoic now. I'm putting on a good face, Todd, but I was swearing like a freaking trooper during the break, man. Before we got back live, I'm like, F. Blame Justin. Who's Justin? Why am I blaming Justin? I don't know who Justin is.
I don't know who Justin is. Yeah.
We're just about to get to the cool part and talk about like Little Beaky and Salty. It was a good part. It was a great part, man. But we're building back up, Todd. We got 40 people back in here already. Super cool.
Awesome sauce. Good job, everybody.
Bluebell says we heard you. Did you guys hear me? That would be awesome if you could actually hear me going nuts.
That would be hilarious. What the
fuck? I can tell you this. My wife probably heard me from upstairs. I can tell you that, man. I was going nuts, man.
Well, yeah, it's frustrating because I don't know what the problem is.
Well, that's what it is. It's frustrating when you don't know why, it happened. And we use certain programs. We use Restream. We use Ninja. We use OBS to make sure we have the best quality. But sometimes just the stuff doesn't work together and something breaks down. And what are you going to do? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we've popped into just doing it in Restream right now.
Yep.
Definitely less pretty, but it should get the job done.
Exactly.
Oh, they're talking about the Prime Minister, Justin.
Oh, okay. Justin Trudeau. I got you.
Yeah, if you said Trudeau, not Justin, I would have known. Come on.
Stephanie Masher says, I was going to say something because she heard me yelling downstairs. Seriously, I was like a crazy man. Oh, man. Like I said, if it was just me and Todd talking on here, we would just be like, what happens? But, man, when you get into a good interview and everything is going so great and the interview is fantastic, and then you have to stop in between, that drives me nuts. But we'll get through it. We'll give it another
minute or so here. Just let some more people jump back into the.
Yeah, we're just going to try and populate a few more people, and we're going to pick the interview up pretty much right where we left off, so it's not going to miss anything.
Marshall's licking something. That's what we're picking up. So.
Yeah, Marshall was licking something on the screen with the in the preschool in the preschool scene. But if anybody's out there while we're waiting on that, let's just say, guys, make sure you go out and check out VBunny Go's channel. I think Tass has been linking some of the different links of the different channels that are available through there, because there's not just one. There's several different channels that are available. There's the main channel, but there's a few others. Todd has put a couple of those in there as well, and go in there and check it out, man. And there's so much in there. There's so much in there for you to see. So many videos, and go find that video that I'm telling you guys about in the interview. The video where it's just VBunny in front of the camera talking about their path and how they got to where they are now. It's one of the best things I've ever watched, truly. And for me, coming in and doing what we do, this was like inspirational for me. I didn't even get a chance to tell her that the other day, Todd, but that was like an inspirational thing for me. And that's something I watched not too long after we met last year. So very cool. VR Spry Guy says Masher will have a tapestry of obscenities that, as far as we know, is still hanging in space over Lake Erie. Yeah, thank God my daughter was asleep. Otherwise, I'd be in big trouble, because she'd be like, whew. Repeating that in school, I'd be in trouble.
Right.
Those are the times when I'm like, I need to step away from my computer, because everything here is extremely expensive and extremely breakable. You just want to like, okay, back away slowly. Back away slowly. Oh man,
I'm still getting things set up here, so give me another couple minutes.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll just talk and talk to chat a little bit, and kind of go over that and see what everybody's saying. Jump Chick says, instead of what the bat, there was a lot of what the F. Yeah, there was big time.
Yes.
I usually can stay in these things pretty good. And Todd has the worst part of it, because he's trying to do what he's got to do. Plus he has to deal with me losing my shit. So it's not easy. I know it's not easy. Because I'm like, what the hell is going on? I'm like, because I'm yelling at him, like, why is this thing buffering? And he's like, I don't know. No, everything's fine. I don't understand.
I'm working on it. I don't know.
I was hoping the buffer was going to go away too. That was the thing. I could, sometimes the buffering just goes away and it's fine. But and then I watched the stream die, and I was just like, a little part of me died inside
Right.
when that stream died. A little part of me died. Bluebell says Todd's a saint. He is, but he's still fired. Bluebell. I'm not going to leave. I just don't tell him yet. But this is his last show.
Maybe this will be redeeming.
Orland Hooper's jacked, yo. Oh, hell yeah. How'd you get it? We got one thing that actually worked tonight. It's a little low.
Ash just says Todd needs a raise. And you are right, girl. You are right.
Hell, well, let's...
And some Advil.
Dude, if I gave you a raise every time the stream died, you'd be a rich man.
I know. It'd be awesome.
Oh, man. Hambone the Wise says, kids like the channel, but we really do content for all ages, and they do. I was telling them there was a video I was watching the other day. It was one of their bigger videos. It was called like my pet, something, I can't remember the name of the title. It was something like my pet grew into a monster, and I watched the whole damn video start to finish because it was freaking hysterical, man. Just the interactions and everything that's going on, it just cracks me up. And if you like, I mean, the humor, the production, everything is here with this channel. So there's a lot to like here. And I know I'm a sub and I'm a fan, so everybody else should be too.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody else should like what I like, is what I'm saying.
The only crappy part is we're no longer in the multiverse. Which
yeah.
All those poor bastards who were watching our show.
Yeah, right. Come on over. Multiverse people, whoever was there, come on over to YouTube.
To YouTube.
Thank God we have Restream to jump into when we have these issues, but yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan Brennan says 12 hours of Twitch gaming and Deadpool costume. Here I come. Really?
Wow.
Salty Salt K says I'm Little Beaky, and I think that's coming up to that segment where we start talking about Little Beaky, Todd, and it was one of my favorite segments of the show, and it was one of my favorite spots of that whole video where Salty Salt played Little Beaky. It was really good. Everybody should go watch it. Gem Chick says during the breakdown she went and got a snack. I'd like to go get a snack. Nice. Are we getting any closer, Todd?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, just tell me to shut up, man, and go do it.
God, shut up.
I'm just buying time here, man. I'm just treading water.
I thought you were waiting for numbers. Yeah.
Yeah, we're good now. We got 42. We'll build as we go. I want
right,
to get back into this
let's,
awesomeness that is VBunny Go.
So
and
I
our show on
rewound a little
Hambone.
bit because I can't cue it up perfectly without echoing and stuff. So I rewound a little bit.
Cool. Let's do it. See you in a bit, guys. Or not.
We had this one effect where the objects don't all have physics. Whoever I'm supposed to be, and all I have to do is alter my voice.
Okay, we'll have
and
to
my mannerisms just enough.
give me a minute to try and figure this out.
Whoever I'm supposed to be, and all
I think we got audio. Your mic's muted.
We'll have
It started working right as I turned it off.
All right, let's go back to it.
I think we got audio. Your mic's muted. It started working right as I turned
to
it off.
create that caricature that VB needs to play off of.
And
And
you guys
so-
play off each other so well with that too, and like it's amazing. Like, do you script it or like?
Your character and all of it.
That's crazy. That was so good. That was so well done. If everybody should go watch that one because it's so funny. And like I said, the interactions back and forth are hysterical.
Yeah, no, that one was, so when we do these videos, we come up with the idea and then we won't really like write dialogue, but we'll write a loose script. Like this is point A, got to get to point B, and we end with point C.
And then improv between.
And we improv
Right.
between that.
Nice.
And so just working with Salty, the thing that I love about the community and about VR is you're able to just make these really deep connections because you're able to go off body language and things like that. And so I think that's what really helped me get to know Salty, and Salty, vice versa. And so now we're just able to, you throw us into anything and you say, okay, you're his mom and you're the baby, you know what I mean? Like we can just automatically go into it. But the thing
That's
is we
super
have
cool.
we have within our community, I call them our creatives, and they do our videos with us. And so what Marshall will do is during downtime when we're not really filming, he'll take them all into VR chat or rec room and we'll improvise and we'll do improvisation classes and things like that just to sharpen our skills up.
Wow.
That way
That's
when we go
amazing.
into the recordings we know what to do. And we know okay, if VB's this crazy person today, this is how we're going to treat her. You know what I mean?
And directing all that. So
he directs it.
I've been directing lately. I eventually want to get more into more acting within the next few months or so. But a lot of times I'll actually be at the computer screen and watching everything. And when we went to LA, we went to film for TikTok Made Me Play It. And it was an amazing experience because when we walked into the studio, it was a legitimate TV show movie studio room, and there was maybe 30 plus people there. Everything that you would imagine: the giant green screen cameras, two directors. There was a sound team, a makeup team, a set design team. But when I was there, I remember talking to VB because I was there as more so of, I guess the official term would be like the brand manager. And so I was there as the brand manager helping her do her thing. And I was talking to her and giving her some things that I was saying that she could do better. And I remember the director kind of not snapping at me. He wasn't rude, but he kind of corrected me and said hey, anything that you need to speak to her, and even though she's your wife, blah, 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 that was implied. Even though you need to say something to her, it needs to come through me first. And then the director needs to communicate that to what she needs because he has all the pieces together in his head.
He has the ultimate vision, right?
Yeah.
And so what ended up happening is I took that and I realized, okay, everyone has their own places to be in this production. And so when we've been filming in VR, it's very, very similar now. I will be at the screen. If anybody has complaints or concerns, I will literally make sure that everyone directs it to me, either by telling me specifically or in a DM. I make sure that if I say subtle, everyone is quiet on set. We make sure that everyone learns how to wait and then act when it's their time to come. We also make sure that
we're not talking over each other.
Yeah, we're not talking over each other, or the audio. Everyone's audio is isolated. So whenever we record, I make sure everyone's audio is isolated by them recording their audio on their end. And so when we get these videos back, we usually have sometimes 8 to 10 audio tracks that we have to mix and work through. And then from there, I follow the storyline, and we have our pre-pro, which is basically a document that kind of shows where the story goes, and I make sure it follows that. And sometimes on a whim, I'll be like, this is a better direction for us to go in, and I could see that when VB can't. And so all of these things kind of come into play. We've even hired for some videos, we've hired production on, which is basically the same concept of set design. So if something needs to be changed on set, whether it's in Neos VR or Rec Room or something, there's a specific person that is allowed to touch everything, and no one else is allowed to touch it. Yeah. And what ends up happening is things go much faster. We don't get to stepping on each other's toes. The actors can focus on acting. The extras can focus on doing what they do. Yeah. And everything kind of works together through that director sense. And then everyone has the freedom to really express themselves and focus on their thing. And Salty has been kind of, if there was another person in the room that should be here with us right now, it's Salty. He's a young kid, but he has been editing with us. He has been acting with us. He has been doing everything with us, and he's been in the community for almost 2 years now. And
2 years.
Yeah, and he's been pretty amazing. And
he was excellent in that. in that
Yeah.
one. I just seen. That's the only one I've seen, but it was excellent. It was so good. Like
Yeah.
it was super well done. It was just super funny. I can remember actually like chuckling out loud a couple of times watching it. And I'm not your target audience at all. But I'm like sitting here going, "That's freaking funny, man." You know,
We
just
try to make
you know,
it watchable for everyone.
Yeah.
That's something that we really
Yeah.
try to do.
Yeah.
even though
well, it was just
our
like
audience
subtle
is-
things. Like I think was he sick really, or because but he was
yes.
sick.
He was actually sick.
But you used it so well. Like at one point he coughs, and all of a sudden you see like a spit on the camera, or like the cough poem on the camera. It was. I'm like, holy shit, that's funny. It just worked. You know what I mean? But you can see the production value. Like when you watch your videos, you can tell that you're not just flipping the camera on and going, okay, action, go. You know, you can tell that it's well thought out. Like me and Todd, so you guys are like on a 5 or 10 minute plan or a year plan. We're on a 5-10 minute plan. We're like, we don't, you know what I mean? So you guys you can tell that you guys, the production value is what I should say is so high that you can tell these things are done so well, and you must put a ton of time into it. Do you have times when you're just sitting around talking, and are you always talking about the show, or like, you know, you brainstorming your new idea for your next video, or is it tough to get away from?
A little. I think more for me, it's tougher to get away from being a mom. I'm
Right.
really trying to figure out, okay, how do and I'm getting better at it, but I'm like, how do I do home life plus business life plus husband life? You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to make sure I'm everything everywhere. And so it's a little tough on me. And then there's times too where I'm like, how do I do me life? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and so we'll usually try to go out for like a date, and then sometimes it will turn into, oh, I have this great idea.
A meeting.
You know what I mean?
Okay, we can write this one off now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And so, but I think that just really shows too that we really love what we do, and we love coming up with these ideas. There are sometimes though, like where they'll come up with an idea, and I will say no more than I will say yes. To be honest, on an idea, you know, I'll be like, no, I don't like that. Like, no. And then they'll be like, just try it, VB. And then obviously it's like, it works and it's great. But yeah, like we've even so we went to Sweden and we saw how they operated, and they were just phenomenal.
Resolution games.
Yeah, how Resolution
Yeah.
Games was just, they worked so seamlessly. And we realized, okay, we just moved to Texas, primarily because Marshall lives in Texas. And so we were like, we need to be closer to him. And then we went to Sweden and we saw how they were actually working in the same building, face to face. You know, like one person would be done coding and then the other person would be there to test it right away. And so
And
it
they're
was
like
just so
sitting at the same
seamless.
desk. Yeah.
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 Yeah. And so we were like, that's what we need to do. And so we took that, when we came back, we took that from them. So we said, okay, Marshall, you need to be here at 8 a.m. Monday through Friday. And so now that's like, but that helps us too, because it's like as soon as 5 o'clock hits, we're done.
Right. And you can
Yeah.
tell.
Oh,
It's
That's
home.
nice.
all they
That's
have
the
to
goal.
do is get up and roll themselves out of bed. I've got to get up, get drive. But it you know what it was breaking the habit of COVID, I would say. A lot of our brands started taking off during COVID, and a lot of our habits for workflow began to solidify around remote working a lot. And because even when in Vegas, it was good, we were doing that. We were living in the same place in Vegas, but we, with vaccines not ready for kids and other stuff like that, there was a lot of concerns of let's just be separated to be sure. And we created new habits, and not all of them good, and but we, and it's not that remote working doesn't work. Salty, for example, doesn't even live in the same country, and
Wow.
VB has been able to create this kind of connection with him, and it's wild. So it's not all, but for us as a partnership, as the three of us, we've always been more productive together from the beginning when we were at the kitchen table to now. And the best thing about being in the same room is because we're a partnership, there has to be a consensus between us for the most part. Hambone does act as a sort of president, where he will usually make a lot of the quicker decisions on things or final decisions. But there's a lot of things like if I want to move forward with something and it's something bold, I have to be sure that VB or Hambone aren't going to hate it.
Right.
Right. And
for sure.
we can't be in each other's minds all the time, but also working together just in the short few months that they've moved out here, we've also started syncing our thoughts and are able to actually predict each other much better, I feel, in a lot of ways. In
I think
the
this is great.
recent filming we did, I was already directing some of the extras to do what Hambone was already going to ask me to ask them to do, because I was like anticipating it and stuff and trying to move things
That makes the
along.
workflow so much better, right? And a little easier on Hambone, and VB's got less to worry about, and just the
Yeah.
whole team working cohesively makes a
Yep.
huge difference.
That's it. This Todd, we're decided. You're moving to me in New York. You're going to have to move here. That's all. We're not going to be able to work properly unless
You can
you're
move to
living here with me.
Canada. You can move to
I
Canada.
am not moving to Canada. No way.
Oh boy.
Rec Room kind of is where you started the VR experience, right? Is that something that you see yourself continually using in the future? And Neos, perhaps?
Yeah.
Definitely. So Rec Room is currently coming out with Rec Room Studios,
Right.
which means they're now able to use Unity.
Mhm.
And so
I've seen some
because
pretty
of
cool
that-
things. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And so because of that, I'm just like, it really just opens it up even more. Like, because I feel like our ideas are pretty over like the top sometimes. And Rec Room, not that we were limited, but there's only so much ink you could use in the rooms. And so now that that is kind of out the window.
Ink being the processing power in a single room.
Yeah.
Right.
And so now that that's kind of, we can move past that, I'm just like, now we can really, go in. And I definitely, Rec Room, again, was the first VR game I ever played. And so my heart is just there. And so my heart will continue to always be there. But now that we're able to do Unity, we're both going to be doing Neos and Rec Room.
Wow.
Because-
Neos.
I could elaborate
Yeah,
more on
'cause-
that.
yeah.
So the vision for us right now, and actually, we are currently at this moment, like we're literally, I'm getting texts right now. At this moment, we're putting together a team for building in Unity,
Yeah.
and then taking
Wow.
that and exporting it into different games like Neos, even Rec Room, Bone Lab, and potentially VR
VR
Chat
Chat.
if we see an opportunity.
Yeah.
And so what we're doing is, because of Rec Room Studio and its compatibility with Unity, we are building these sets inside of Unity, inside of a specific version of Unity. And then depending on where we want that set to go, we'll send it to that game, and we choose the game depending on what we need.
Mhm.
So like if it's more of a physics-based idea, we might do Bone Lab. If it's more of a social idea, we might do Rec Room. If it's more of a we need very specific logics and production and high quality type of thing, we're going to go into Neos. And so we're trying to take this workflow and create something that is going to constantly be producing maps. And then in Rec Room, because of Rec Room's economy, everything is going to be filtered into there eventually. There's some, like we literally just spent like maybe $500 in low poly maps
Yeah.
just to work in Rec Room, and that's already behind the scenes being built right now. We've
Yeah.
already probably got 5 or 6 sets almost ready,
Wow.
or we have plans to use in the near future. And so we're kind of moving from this let's just kind of do anything to more focused on we're building these very specific sets and stories and templates for us to just create these worlds, and then also integrate our characters. Like we're about to put in this bank, for example, that may be the Beaky Beak Banks, which is like the penguins, right?
Yeah.
And so everything, like maybe she's working in an office, and maybe that's part of that tower, that bank tower, or something like that, or it's where the penguins own that part, and maybe there are pictures up there, and we can create like a statue of them and put them in there in both Rec Room and Neos, or we can film a video in Neos and then take that exact environment and actually import it into Rec Room, so that a lot of these younger kids have the opportunity to play these things and have this inside out experience of watching the video and then going to experience it all within the same kind of universe, even if they don't have access to something like Neos.
Right.
And so that's that. So yes, any game that we can do creative in is really where we want to stick. So Neos, Rec Room, Bone Lab
VR
has that too. VR Chat has that too.
Just because I think what what we really saw was I did a Boneworks live stream, and we ended up turning that into a video. And then one of our community members built the entire thing they saw on stream, and they built it in Rec
Yeah,
Room.
we just like piled up
Wow.
a bunch of crates and
Crazy.
made it a grocery store,
And
right?
so then they made it in Rec Room, and I was like, this is amazing.
Mhm.
And so shout out to Keiki because she's awesome. But
So we're watching the behaviors of
Yeah.
our audience already.
Exactly.
They're already doing this without us asking them to,
Mhm.
and so we're just simply observing it, saying, "Oh, they're recreating this makeshift map that we made in Boneworks
and it was even done
in Rec Room."
from Neos. It went to Rec Room too.
Right.
Wow.
And they did, someone did the same thing from a map we did in Neos and recreated that in Rec Room. And so we're just like, okay, well, it makes perfect sense. If
Yeah.
this is what our audience wants, we're going to
Right.
capitalize on this.
Mhm.
And
do it
And having
more.
all these sets kind of in the background and in your arsenal are going to lead towards your wanting to make a cartoon and wanting to make
exactly
Mhm.
all these
right.
different things. that now
Comics,
people
yeah.
will see the cartoon and be like, "Hey, I've been in that room in Rec
Yeah,
Room,"
right.
or
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Exactly, 'cause-
a huge part of that production is world building for us. We're
yeah,
going to
Nice.
these places are going, a lot of them are going to exist in a greater context, and that's something that's definitely behind the scenes type thing where we're, and it's all raw still, but like a city or something like that that she inhabits, and these
Yeah.
are places that she's going, and these are, you know, she kind of like Barbie, she does has 1,000,001 jobs, like that sort of thing. But
Yeah.
yeah, and go ahead, VB. I'm sorry if I.
No,
No,
you're
fine.
good. Yeah.
But yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's pretty much what I wanted to say. I was going to actually mention Barbie because it's like as a kid, you know, you play with Barbie, you create this world, and you know, as a younger child, you're like, oh, I wish I could just become a Barbie, or I wish I could put myself in this actual world that I've created because it's amazing. And so now we're able to give them that opportunity with VR. Be like, you know what, you jump in and you create your own story with the environment that we're making.
It's amazing that well, it's awesome that we have all these platforms available to us in VR for you to do
Yeah.
these things. And that was one of the questions I wanted to ask too was you guys are such great ambassadors for virtual reality because you could probably take exactly what you do and do it flat and do it not in VR or just do anything else. There's huge content creators out there that do a lot like what you do it flat and are like crazy, hugely successful. And you guys would be absolutely successful in that market. So, number one, let me say thank you for doing what you do in VR to bring in a lot of these people. And have you ever, was that like a conscious thought for you where you're like, we love VR, we want to make sure we support it. This is where we're going to be. This is where we are going to lean into.
Yeah, no, definitely. Because I mean, like you said, there's always Roblox or there's always, you know, Minecraft, things like that.
Right.
But VR is just, there's nothing like it. There truly isn't. And I want to be able to, like I always tell them, if you have any chance to experience VR, like it's going to change your mind. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to change everything because it's you. Like you're really inserting yourself into a game. And you don't get that with anything else, like truly get that with anything else. And so yeah, I've loved VR since the first time I put it on my head, and I was like, this is it, y'all.
And even from a practical
Love it.
standpoint,
Yeah.
I mean, she doesn't play games. Like when she plays games
Right.
now, but she never played games growing up.
Yeah.
But from a practical standpoint, we're able to animate. And if we're not going to take the VBunny Go brand into something like mocap where we're actually doing animations or drawings, this is the next thing that like really allows us to act and do all these things in game on in a way that where everyone can do it.
Mhm.
So like for us, even with all these new VR headsets coming out and everything, like for us, one of the most important headsets in our case moving forward will be face tracking headsets and eye tracking headsets because
Nice.
when they see VB and she has her expression, it changes the entire dynamic of the video. And so these animations that you can do, body language, full body tracking, all these types of things that we can do inside of VR, even just looking from your perspective and just having your hands do the talking right in front of your face. These are things that you just don't get in any other platform. And so she excels in just being able to express through body language. And it's hard to get that in a regular flat game.
things are going to get exciting for you guys, but then we're really within the next year or so when things really start to amp up with body tracking and face tracking, eye tracking.
We're actually
Yeah.
getting the MetaQuest Pro to work on Neos right now. We've got our
Excellent.
whole body
Yeah.
tracking set up. We're ready to
And
do
we
it
all have
now.
body
We're
tracking.
just testing it. Yeah.
Nice.
We all got full
Yeah,
body
well,
tracking.
Any plans for PlayStation stuff? Like I know you kind of started out streaming, like Firewall in PlayStation VR 1. Any chances for integrating that in some way?
Yep, I was actually talking about it yesterday.
Nice.
We were looking at the stuff coming out and like Hello Neighbor. I'm like, that's my
Yeah.
game.
Right?
Like, I'm
Hell
like,
yeah,
dude,
that's-
like,
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
perfect for you guys. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm like just looking at the video, like the photos. I'm like, I'm scared. Like it's gonna be terrifying, but like I'm so excited.
Yep.
Firewall 2 is coming out. I love Firewall, so I'm like, let's
Yeah,
plan for
Firewall
that.
Ultra.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. We're gonna get a Firewall Ultra team together right here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do this.
I'm so
Hell
down.
Do
yeah.
this. Heck
Yeah. So yeah, definitely. Like we pre-ordered the PSVR 2.
Mhm.
We
Finally found
found a PS5, so we're like, we're ready to go. Just give me the headset and let's go.
It's gonna be a whole new audience for you guys too. That's amazing. I
Yeah.
really think PlayStation VR 2 could be something special this coming year because a lot of people are gonna come into VR for the first time and they're gonna be finding hopefully us and you and all these other great
Yeah.
content creators out there.
No, exactly. I think it's going to be huge. Even I'm gonna say the name wrong, so I'm so sorry. But Cosmonius High.
Cosmonius
High, you got it.
yeah.
You got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so excited to play that one too. And I kind of held back on playing that one for a little bit, but now that it's coming to like the PSVR 2, I'm like, there's
PSVR 2,
gonna be
yeah.
so many kids playing this.
Mhm.
So I'm like, I wanna.
There's
This
a lot
is
of
my time to go in and.
opportunity.
That's a great game. There's a
Yeah.
ton of opportunity in that game to do your characters and
Yeah.
yeah,
I've seen
crazy.
like
For
Daisy play
sure.
it and Soul Fox, and I'm just like, I want to play it.
Yep.
And so now it's like finally the moment where I feel like I can confidently go in and do it.
right.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
we definitely, and that one of the things that has been our focus is kind of making sure that when we produce something, there's a way that our audience can experience it as well. It's one of the big reasons why we really like Unity and Rec Room teaming up or integrating, because anything we do on or we plan and we envision for Neos now or any other platform, we can now bring there so they can be immersed in it. And of course, PlayStation, it's a console actually designed for kids, unlike the Meta.
Yeah, right.
headsets. But so now you have this and the exclusives that PlayStation offers. There's no way, dude. There's no way we could pass up on, getting involved as well and being part of the fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Guys, we could probably go on for another 2 hours. We promised me one thing. Will you come back on at one time so we can do this again?
Yeah.
Because I would. It's just not enough time, and there's probably about 50 other questions I would love to ask you. And
Yeah.
you guys are super fast.
We got to do this live one day too, because I'm sure the audience would love to
Yeah, that would
interact
be
and
fantastic.
talk. So
That'd be great.
we'll have to figure that out. I know Thursdays are busy for you guys, but we'll
Hey,
do something on another day.
You
We'll figure it
guys
out.
are Hambone, VB, and martial law. We'll move our show for
That's
you.
right.
You don't move for us. We move for you.
We'll work it out.
I'll say this. Hopefully, you'll have 100 more questions by the time we do another meeting.
Well,
Sounds
we had like 22 questions on our list here, and we've just deleted a bunch of them and moved them to another sheet because we don't have time to talk about
That's going to
everything.
be show number 2.
That's right.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it.
Heck yeah. Thank you guys for being here today. I really appreciate it. Guys, everybody go check out VBunny. Go. It's super good. Trust me, you will have fun with this. I don't care how old you are or what demographic you are. There's a lot of fun to be had here. And you know what? If you have kids, this is something I get the chance to do with my daughter all the time, which is a lot of fun. So go do this. This is something you can do with your kids and have fun together.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Thank
you so
you for
much.
You're the
having
best.
Thank you.
See you soon. We are back. That was fun. How you feeling, bro? You okay?
Lucky I'm still here.
You okay? I couldn't even look at Todd during the break. Steph came down and talked to me at one point, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just, we're gonna lose it a little bit, but I kept looking at Todd. He wouldn't even look at me in the camera. I kept looking at the camera, going like this and stuff, because we could see each other, and he wouldn't even look at me. It's
no
gonna be
idea.
okay. It's gonna be okay. It was rough, right? It wasn't easy to go through that, but you got to figure it out in the end. It wasn't easy, but you got it done. Good job.
So frustrating to move from one to the other, and every setting is different. So frustrating.
Yeah. But in the end, you got it working. We got that amazing interview out. We'll cut that up. We'll drop it as a full interview, so it's out there for everybody if they want to go back and watch the whole thing
Definitely.
over again. And you know what? Good job, Todd. Good job. You got it fixed. We got it moved on. And I had my tantrum, and I feel better. I feel better.
I'm glad one of us feels better.
It's all right, man. It's all right. It's gonna be okay. We got it out there. I will say this. I do apologize to VBunny, Hambone, and Marshall, because it didn't go exactly the way we wanted to, but we did get it out there. And like I said, we will drop that whole interview and interview as a separate video. And you know what? Like I said, I would love to just have them come on live, and I'll move. Like I said in the thing, I'll move the show. You know what I mean? We'll do that. I don't care what day we do the show. Like, we'll do the show at any time, and it would be awesome to have them live, because that would be a lot of fun.
That would be very fun. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Hambone, VBunny, Marshall. You guys were awesome.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It's like, I was just saying to Steph in the break, I'm like, Steph, if it was just me and Todd and D, we would get through it, and we would just laugh it off, like, okay, we're back. You know what I mean? But man, when it happens to a guest, and you're like, oh, you just feel bad.
Grates
Just
on
feel
my
bad.
nerves so bad.
But we're okay. We're back, and we're ready to roll. And
I'm laughing on the outside. That's all I can say.
It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right, man. It's gonna be all right. All right. So let's see. Let's get into some other stuff, Todd. It's been a little while. Let's give a key away. Dee is gonna join us here in a minute. She's finishing up what she was doing. She's gonna have her break, and she'll join us for about an hour. While we're doing it, can we do that, or do you want to wait till she comes, Todd?
No, we can do that.
Okay. So let's give a key away. We'll get that out of the way, and then there's some news out there that I kind of want to get into this week. I think that'll be kind of good to go through. So yeah, we'll kind of get into that, and there's some stuff I kind of want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? There's like stuff. There's stuff out there, Todd.
Yeah. Let me just make sure that it's all tied up to our spreadsheet.
Let's give away Omega Pilot. So do you remember Z-Race, the game Z-Race? So this is from the same developer that made Z-Race. They made another game called Omega Pilot, which is basically, I think it's basically Z-Race, but you actually get to sit in the cockpit. So with Z-Race, you were kind of like holding on to the ship and controlling it like with your hand as it went through the tubes, right?
I did a review of this Omega Pilot on our channel.
Oh, did you really? Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I remember that. It was a while ago though. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you're in the cockpit driving.
Yeah, and I think you liked this
fast.
one too, right?
It took me a while to get used to the controls and stuff, but once I figured out the controls, then it was a hoot. Like it is a lot of fun. It's fast.
Yeah. Like is it like get you sick fat? Like I know every once in a while you get a little
I never
bit
got any motion sick. No,
That's
I
good
didn't get
then.
any motion sick.
That's good. If you didn't get sick, then I would assume most people probably won't, because there are some things. Actually, it's only that one game that ever really got you sick, right?
Yeah.
What was that one? Rollamech?
Rollamech, yeah.
That was a puker. That was a puker, man. You had to have your serious VR legs to play Rollamech.
Yeah, like it was just the way that they had the gun and the mech itself not connected.
Well, that's it. Your gun was on your head movement.
Everywhere.
Your gun was on your head movement, and then your mech was on another movement. So yeah, it was not controlled together. It was weird. Tess has hamster ball. That's exactly what it was, a hamster ball.
Yeah, exactly. A hamster ball with a gun on the front. Yeah.
So this is Omega Pilot, and the winner is going to be
Felipe. Maybe.
Skiva? Oh, almost Skiva 007. Cool. Congratulations, Felipe Lieresk. Way to go, man. Omega Pilot. Very cool game. We still have Swordsman on Quest. We have 2 Steam keys, Requisition and Hubris. And then we've got 2 keys for Primal Hunt, 1 for tonight, and then 1 for the comments after the show. So that'll be cool. Okay, Todd, let's talk some of the biggest news this week. And some of the biggest news that I saw this week that many people were talking about, whether it be news services or just content creators going out there making videos of the PlayStation has announced basically their 30 PSVR launch titles. So these are the titles that will be available on day one of when this comes on February, is it 15th? Is that what it is?
I
Or
think it's
22nd
the
or something like that, right?
23rd.
22nd or
22nd.
yeah.
22nd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So not long now. We're just a little over a month away, and we have some big titles here, right? There are definitely some big titles to talk about. There are some
Interesting
odd
choices.
we'll start it there. Some odd choices that I just don't quite understand, and we'll kind of have to go through that. Let's just take a look. Let's go through the games, and let's rate them on like our excitement level. Okay, me and you will rate them, and then when Dee comes in, she can give us her rating too. So the first one I see on the list is After the Fall from Vertigo Games. That is going to be a PlayStation 5 launch. Is going to be the updated version of After the Fall with better haptics. I don't know, and Skiva in chat might know this. Have they announced whether, I know they're going to have updated content for the PlayStation 5 VR, or PlayStation VR 2, I should say, for PlayStation 5. Will it have the updated content is my question. Now, I know they're
Which
doing...
game? After the Fall?
Yeah, they're doing content that's just for, I think right now it's just for PSVR 2. I think it'll come everywhere eventually, but is that going to be available at launch, or is just the updated game itself available at launch, and then later it will have
That's
some
a good
more
question.
content?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a good question. I don't know if we can answer that yet, but After the Fall coming on launch day for PSVR 2, is that something that you are super interested in? And give me your scale of 1 to 10, how excited you are for this.
I'm about,
we'll say, hold on, let's just say up front, you're not a big After the Fall fan. Like, I think I've seen you play it only like once or twice.
No, come on. I played more than that. At least 3 times.
Because I make you, though.
That's right.
Usually it's me saying, come on, let's go.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. Like, it's a great game, don't get me wrong. I just find it repetitive. So to me, it kind of burnt out for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited because it's all new content. I'm more excited because After the Fall with facial haptics and those controllers is going to be cool as hell. So yeah. I'm like a 8.
Really? You're that high?
Yeah.
That's excellent. That's high for you. Really, for
it's
a
all
game
new
that you're
stuff.
not
So it's like a new
crazy
game,
about.
really.
Yeah.
Will I play it for months and months and months? Probably not.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's a 10 every time for this game, just because the game itself to me is a 10. So my excitement of getting it on a new platform where I can go and start grinding new weapons again and getting it. And if I'm going to get better visuals, I'm going to get better haptics. I'm going to get a better experience, hopefully, with a whole batch of new PlayStation, players to get in there and play with. I'm hoping that, and I'm hoping against hope that it launches without any issues. Like I want their launch to go
Horde mode to
super
work.
well. Yeah, I hope that they're working on it to make sure it's right, and maybe that's why it's taken so long to get everything else fixed.
If we've learned anything tonight, we've learned don't put me on the production team.
Stop. It's not your fault. I mean, again, it's not, none of this stuff that happened tonight is Todd's fault. So everybody knows. He's going to blame himself, but it's not your fault. It just those are the things that happen. These things happen. It could happen to anybody, and it just happened to happen to you. It happens, bro. Don't worry. No worries. But yeah, I mean, I'm extremely excited for this game. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 for sure. But I would give it a 10 out of 10 excitement for every platform. And D says I'm going to fire you anyway. All these nights to fire him anyway. No, of course not. Of course not. All right. So yeah, that's that one. Let's get to the next one, Altair Breaker. Now, I tried Altair Breaker a long time ago on a demo, like before it came out. And then it launched pretty quietly, Todd. This is not a game that anybody really talked about. No. I was excited for it when I did the demo, like back at GDC, I think is when I did the demo. It seemed really cool.
I've never played it.
And it launched into anonymity. Like nobody knew this game was out there. There was a few people talking about it and played it, but man, it launched so quiet. And to me, I don't think it was a hit. I just don't see it being a hit. Nobody talked about it really, and there was not a lot of people making videos about it. From Third Verse, which is an excellent
it only got
company,
a 6 out of 10 on Steam for their reviews, so it didn't do terrific on Steam.
Yeah, how
Did
did
better on
I was
Quest.
gonna say, how did it do on Quest? Did it show?
4 to 5.
Wow, how many reviews? To say? I
Um,
always like to kind of like go by that. I go by like how many of the reviews there are because that gives you because Quest reviews should be a lot because it's a platform that many people will actually.
189. So not very many.
That's not good. I mean, that sounds
No.
like a lot, but for Quest, that's not good. You should be in
No.
the high hundreds. You know what I mean?
It's a $29 game, all Canadian anyway. So $25 probably.
Yeah, that's expensive. So
Mhm.
does this excite you coming to the PlayStation VR2 platform?
No.
Me neither. I'm just not feeling it.
No.
I mean, now I don't know if
not
it's
my
going to be
kind of game
updated.
either, which is maybe why that it
Well, it's like
didn't,
it's a fighting game, which it can be
Yeah.
cool. I just don't know how well they did it. You know what I mean? Like I only really played the demo, to be honest with you, and I thought the demo was okay. I just never
some
got
of
into
these
the game. It
reviews are
just didn't-
terrible.
Yeah, I don't. It didn't
$24
review well.
game for $7 worth of content. Is one of
Yeah,
the
right.
reviews. Yeah. There's a lot of bad
That's not
reviews.
good.
Yeah.
It's not
I don't
good.
know. I'll probably try it. I'm curious to see, again, being PSVR 2, what's it going to look like on those new panels and facial haptics? Are they going to integrate all this stuff into a fighting game? That'd be cool. Someone
I mean-
punches me in the face. Am I going to feel it?
That's it. I want to feel it, man. I want to feel like somebody punched me in the face.
That's right.
I mean, I like that they have the game in here. It's a cool game to add to the library. We want a lot of titles at launch. We want, if you want a lot of people to begin and play different things, I just hope it's a good experience. Because what I don't want is I don't want new people in the VR jumping in here and going, "Wow, this game kind of sucks." That's what you
We'll
don't
get to
want.
those games. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. I think Altair Breaker is a level down from some of the big ones, right? I don't think it's a terrible game. I just think it's somewhere in the middle. My excitement is probably like a 5 or 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
somewhere
I
around
would
there.
say the same. Yeah.
All right, Cities VR. We loved Cities VR on Quest, and it was a really good game. One of the first. It was the first city. Well, it wasn't the first city builder, but it was the first IP city builder to come. I would say Township Tale was kind of a city builder, wasn't it? A little bit, or no? I don't know.
Yeah. Not really. That's more.
How
of an
about
RPG.
Space Folk City? That was out first. Would you
That
consider
was a
that a
city
city
builder.
builder?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
So we won't say it's the first city builder that came out. We'll say it's the first IP city builder came out. It's the first real big city builder to come out, and this was a great game. I'm glad that it's going to PlayStation VR 2. I think this will be a big hit.
Yeah. The complexity of this game, I think, will do well on the PlayStation. So it'll look good. It'll look really good, I think.
Yeah, I think it'll look good, and I mean, I don't know how
6 or 7 for me. Like, it's not.
Yeah, I'd say I'm somewhere around there, like a 7 or 8 or somewhere around there. I think that'll be fun. It'll be a fun game. It'll be a game that a lot of people will want to get into. I think the graphics will look good, on the new headset. Like, I don't know how they're gonna like get in some of the some of the haptics and things like that.
Yeah.
They might be able to take
Maybe
some
with
of that
grips
advantage
or something, but
But just having controllers would be great. I mean, can you imagine trying to play this thing with Move controllers? I mean, just having real touch controllers is going to be fantastic.
yeah, totally.
Cool. I think we have a guest.
We do.
Let me bring her in.
I thought
you
you
bring
said
her
I'm
in.
not a guest.
No, I meant like a guest here in Restream. You're not a guest. You're part of the show. I meant like a guest.
Yeah,
Like,
come on.
we have somebody here. What's up, D? Oh,
Good.
D, give me a break here. I'm about to lose my shit as it is. You're gonna give me a hard
Please
time
don't
as soon as
lose
you
your
get in
shit,
there.
dude.
As soon as you jump in here, you're gonna give me a hard time. Oh my god. Holy
Mr.
moly.
Tasselhoff says cities or titties. I don't know what he's talking about. It's cities VR. Cities VR.
Language.
Did he
My
say?
goodness.
Did he say? That's not right.
He did.
that's-
Yeah.
How dare
Mr.
you?
Tasselhoff.
How dare you?
Oh,
What's going on, D?
Hey,
How was work
everybody.
tonight?
I'm afraid for humanity at some points during my workday. 'cause this is bad.
Oh no, that's too funny.
But no, other than that, it's been you know what, Kubo?
Oh,
You're
that's rough.
you're off the frickin' wheel, dude.
Kubo92 says, "What an ugly shirt, D."
You know what?
That's
Kiss
terrible.
my ass. Please.
Oh man,
Where's his name?
off the wheel. He's off the wheel.
Exactly. Where
Oh,
is
that's
it?
too funny.
But no, it works fine. It went by. I kind of timed it. I hope my new manager ain't working or ain't watching because no, they cut off chats at 11:45 and I punched out. Oh no, for lunch at
Oh.
10:45.
So
So
you mean to
I
have
might
to go
be here
back.
for the rest of the show.
Nice, nice. Well, it's a good time to jump in because we're only 3 games
I
into
know.
this list, and give us
After the
real quick.
jink.
Give us your after the fall. How excited you are for after the fall, Altair Breaker, and Cities VR. 1 out of 10 on the D scale. Where are you at?
Altair Breaker. I can't even remember what that.
It's like a
is.
fighting game that you have different characters.
Swords
It's
and
yeah,
characters and-
it's pretty cool. It's just I think they needed a little bit of help on it to get it going, but it's not the best.
Mm, I
Yeah,
don't know.
It's a hit or miss, right?
It's in the middle. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
All right, how about After the Fall for you?
Oh, of course. I'm no as much shit as I give that game.
You still love it.
I do.
You have to.
So
You
yeah,
have to.
8.
Oh, nice. 8.
Ooh.
You and Todd were both an 8. Wow. I
Yeah.
like it. I'm still a 10 for sure.
No.
Cities VR. Did you play the first Cities?
Mm-mm. I actually just picked up Little Cities.
That was cool.
For
With the
the
hand training
quest?
update, super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Little
So-
Cities is just like a more approachable version. Like
Yeah.
Cities is like
It's too much work.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's the WoW of like city builders, dude. There's so
Exactly.
much work. No, I'm good.
You say wow.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Sorry,
jump into
World
the next
of
one.
Warcraft.
Yeah, well, I would say wow because it's a wower for sure. It's hard. That game will make you cry when your city burns down. It'll make you cry. All right, let's get into the next one. We'll start moving through these a little bit quicker. Cosmonius High, Alchemy Labs. Todd, this was a miss for me. This game. I mean, I love Alchemy Labs. I mean, they do some great games, and it was a bit of a miss for me. And I think admittedly from them, it was a bit of a miss as well.
I really enjoyed it. It does have
Really?
it does have a big following. I did a review on this. I
Mhm.
played it a lot because of the review. And
Right.
once you get into it, it's very deep. Like there is a ton of content in this game, hours and hours. Like a VBunny and Hambone were saying in the interview, this is totally up their alley. For them
I
to be
think
able to do
for
this on
them it's gonna be
PlayStation
great.
is going to look freaking amazing. They're going to have so much fun in there. Is it something I'm going to play? Probably not. My daughter, for sure, she played it on the Quest and loved it. So I'm probably a 7.
Okay, that's pretty
Yeah.
good. Yeah, I'm probably a 6, a 5, or I mean, I'm glad it's there. This game needs to be on there. I mean, you need a game, a job sim type game, to get a lot of people.
This will
into these
draw
types-
the kids. Yeah.
Yeah,
for
I mean,
sure.
Job Sim is probably still one of the best-selling
Mhm.
games on the PlayStation VR too. So this game will bring people in. It'll bring people into the headset. It'll make people buy the game. It's just this is one of the games I got into, and I like Job Sim. My daughter loves Job Sim, Vacation Sim, all those games. This was just a game I couldn't get into. It made me feel like I was going to school, and I'm like, I don't want to go to school. I was like, they were like, okay, go to this next class and do this, and then learn how to do that. And I'm like, I don't really.
Charlie
wanna
didn't
do
like
that.
it. Or did
Yeah,
Charlie, not
Charlie
play
didn't
it?
like this one. No, she wasn't crazy, and she loves Job Sim and Vacation Sim. But maybe because this is a little bit more. My daughter's a little bit younger than your kids. And this is a little bit more to this one than those two games.
That's true. Yeah, this
There's
one,
more involved
especially in
here.
like the science labs and stuff. It's quite involved. Yeah.
But I'm glad the game is here. I mean, like my excitement level is not as high, but I think I can understand why you're going to have this game out there for more people. But for me, the game itself was a bit of a miss. D, how about you? Cosmonius High.
Did you play it?
No.
It doesn't
You
seem
didn't-
like your
I
kind of game.
stamped
I'm
the
not
video.
surprised.
Does
I was gonna
that?
say,
I
you didn't
mean,
miss much.
Yeah, I'm not surprised you didn't play it.
If you-
I would if would I full on buy it? No, but
Yeah.
maybe on sale. Really, it's 80, 99% off.
Wow, that's a lot. If you give it to me for free, if you pay me $10, I might play it. You're close.
Yeah.
You're close.
Yeah,
But I like it though.
thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I think I'm with you on that one. But I can see where it will be probably a fairly popular game. This one is a no-brainer. This is a amazing game that I am so happy that all the PlayStation VR players are going to get a chance to play it. I will buy this game again so I can play it and see what it's going to be like in the new headset. I hope they use some of the haptics and some of the cool stuff in there. Demio from Resolution Games. This is a 10 out of 10 excitement level for me for this game. How about you, Todd?
I've played it on the PlayStation VR 2.
Mhm.
So it is definitely a 10 because I know exactly what to
Nice.
expect. And it
Yeah,
is
and you
freaking awesome.
still probably can't say right exactly. Or can you?
Well, I can now, I think, because the game is out and the PlayStation 2 has been
So-
at CES, so people have seen it. So there's really nothing else
So does it take advantage of haptics in this?
in the
Like, do you-
controllers. It does.
Okay, that's cool. All right,
I didn't feel
something-
any face haptics, but it was early on, right? That was months ago that I played it. So
Cool. How's it look?
Oh, dude. I didn't play it so much as I just looked around and like zoomed in on the blacks and how black they were, and on the flames, how they twinkled and stuff. Like they were all laughing at me in the room because I wasn't playing it. I just wanted to see it. Like I wanted to see the version of the PlayStation VR 2. Everybody knows Demio. We all know how to play Demio.
Right.
I wanted to
Now
see what made it special, and it is awesome.
You played this on the PC and Quest, right? You played it on
I played
both
it on
platforms?
PC, Quest
Flat.
Pro,
Yeah.
Flat, the Steam Deck, and PlayStation VR 2.
Is it as good as the PC version, or is it better or less? Where does it rank in the PC version?
Oh, I think it's better than the PC version.
So you think the PlayStation
Quality-wise
VR 2
of the
version
graphics?
looks better
Yeah.
than the okay, that's awesome. And you played
Yeah,
it in the Quest
definitely-
Pro, you said.
Yeah.
Okay.
I played it in my Quest Pro and it at Resolution Games in the Quest Pro with pass-through on, like color
Nice.
pass-through. And that was cool. Because we sat around a table, put the game board in the middle of the table. We all had pass-through on, we all had Quest Pros on, and we were playing Demio. Like, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
It's a 10 for me all day long.
Cool. Yeah, I'm there. D, how about you? You interested? We're going to jump back in and just conquer them all again on PlayStation VR 2?
What do you mean conquer them all? I think I've
We're gonna-
completed like 2 games. We've got like 3 paused. It's a great game, don't get me wrong, but I don't play it enough on my Quest to buy it again on PlayStation VR. You know?
Interesting. Mickey Burr says, I own Demio, but I haven't played it yet.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness, Mickey.
Mickey, you need to get in or get in with us and play. I'll get jump in there with you, man. This game is amazing. Everybody should play this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game is great. I love it. Love it. I cannot wait to play. I will get it on the PlayStation VR 2. Because I want to see what it looks like. I just want to be able to get in there and see what it looks like.
Yeah.
And then we have a whole new group of people now that are going to be able to enjoy this game. It's going to bring way more people in there. So if you are somebody who doesn't have a lot of people to play with, but you want to get people to play with, you'll have a whole new player pool to pull from. It's going to be huge.
And it is cross-play with the PlayStation, so
Yeah, which is big. Has to.
Quest players
Has
can
to.
play with PlayStation players. Yeah.
Well, then
Yep.
there we go.
Cardi
I
B
don't
says,
have to.
Cardi B says, I really need to get into Demio. Everybody does. 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to Dyschronia, Chronos Ultimate. We'll kind of go through this one fast. This is a decent game. It's a decent game. They have another chapter that just came out recently to this.
About a month
And
ago. Yeah.
yeah, and I think it makes the game a little bit deeper. By My Dearest. It's a good game. I think it's a really good game. It's a solid game. I think it's good for a launch title. But my excitement personally, probably a 6 or a 7.
Yeah, 6 for me. It's just not my style of game. It's cool. The graphics are super cool, very unique. But
yeah,
I don't know. I don't really know how much better it'll be on PlayStation, and maybe it'll change my mind when I see it. But
yeah, I think we got to kind of see all these games and kind of try and review them through. But it's not something I don't think I'll be looking to jump into in there. I don't jump into it at all normally on any of the other platforms, so I don't think I'm going to jump into it there unless it's something special. And I just don't. I think it's going to be just a straight port. How about you, D?
Yeah, no, no. I would say a 6, but I don't want it to be 666, so I'm gonna say
No.
5.
There you go. Perfect. We don't go there. Don't go there,
Yeah,
D.
no,
How dare you?
No. What do you mean? I changed it. I broke it, dude.
I like it. Break it. How about this? This next one is super interesting. Fantavision 22X. Is that what it is? Or is it? I don't know what it is. Is it Fantavision 2020 or I don't know. It's weird. It looks weird.
yeah, it's like 20.
Well, it's either way, it's Fantavision. Fantavision, if you guys remember, there was an old PlayStation game, Fantavision, where it's like fireworks, right? And you got to like set the fireworks off in the air. And it was a beautiful game. And it was fun to do. But now you get to do it. What's that?
I said pyrotechnics, dude.
Yeah, exactly. This is like,
Okay.
I think this is going to look amazing. I think it was a fun, cool game to play flat. I can't even imagine what this is going to look at like in VR. So this is one that's like a little bit of a sleeper that I'm excited about. How about you guys?
Yeah, it's very anime driven for the new version, like for the PlayStation version. It looks cool. I don't know. I don't know much about it other than the flat version, but maybe a 5 or 6 for me. It's a meh game.
Yeah.
The facial haptics might be triggered when the fireworks go off. I don't know, but
I don't know. There's something interesting about this one that's got me like, I'm a little bit pumped for this one.
oh well.
I think it's gonna be different than what I mean. It's gonna be being in the VR with this thing could make it completely cool, man. Yeah,
Worth
I'm
checking
looking
out.
forward to this one. D, pyrotechnics. You're down, right?
Fire.
I'm down for fire.
Yeah, no,
Let's
I
light it
mean,
up.
if it's a decent price, and I'll try it.
Yeah, I haven't seen.
I can't imagine
prices
that's
yet.
going to be a $30-$40 game, but remember, these are PlayStation games, not
That's what I'm
Quest games.
saying.
Like,
That's
the
what I'm
minimum
saying.
game is like $40.
Yep.
So who knows?
All right, here's a big one. Gran Turismo 7. This is a free update
Already
to the
got it.
PlayStation 5 version if you already own it. Gran Turismo 7 is coming. This is a huge game. This is a complete banger. This has to be a 10 out of 10. Unless you just completely hate racing games. But my excitement for this, I'm 10 out of 10. Todd?
10 out of 10. I don't have Gran Turismo for my PlayStation 5 yet, so I'm going to have to find
Me
a
neither.
copy of that. But
Me neither.
I
It was just on
picked it
sale,
up.
too.
I just picked it up from GameStop, a brand new copy of it. Still cellophane everything. $15.
What?
oh
Really?
my God.
15? Holy crap.
Mhm.
Gran Turismo 7. You got the right one, right?
Yeah, right.
Well,
That's a
5's
great
worth
deal.
like $15. So
Yeah,
I'm
no,
shocked
it
that
was
7.
Yeah, dude.
That's awesome.
That's a great
Yeah.
deal, D. Way to go.
Heck
Great deal. I need to pick
And
it up.
is
I
a
don't have
free
it either.
update, so, and it's a full update. It's a full game
game.
update. It's not just there was going to be a VR mode with just a couple maps. Now they've done the whole
Right.
game. So
Yeah.
Should
I
be
think that the only thing they said, like the split screen
Right.
multiplayer, yeah. So
Interesting that we have this game here coming, on the heels of of the Quest 2 version of Grid Legends, which we'll get to in a little while. But this is going to be a true amazing AAA race game in VR. This is going to be killer. This was a huge news at the PlayStation press conference that we were at, Todd. This was one of the ones I was like, hell yeah, man.
yeah, they announced the movie that's coming out in August as well.
I'm excited for that too. D, the movie.
Me
They
too.
announced the movie. They announced the movie, and they announced the or they showed the trailer. It looks pretty damn cool, man. Orlando Bloom. Where the hell's he been since Pirates of the Caribbean?
Getting jacked.
He's getting Jack Sparrow, Joe. All right, next one up. I think another 10 out of 10 for me, and I'm assuming it's probably the same for you guys, and it should be for the same for everybody out there. Horizon Call of the Mountain, Fire Sprite,
yeah,
and Guerrilla
bundle.
Games.
bundle.
Yeah, I
Already
mean, this is
done.
my bundle. I have it, and I already have
Yeah,
coming.
same.
This is, and Todd and I got a chance to play the demo. Amazing, right? I mean,
I'm gonna finish.
MD's
this
like,
one.
what do you think? You're better than
I
me?
got to play the
We did get to play the demo. I was extremely excited. Dude, you should have seen me. I was on Sebastian's show, MRTV on Saturday, and he asked me about PlayStation VR 2, and I got so fired up talking about it. I was like, hell yeah, man. And then I went into my little spiel about it, and I was like, I'm so excited. I can't wait for it. I'm like freaking out. And he's like, man, you got me excited for this thing. But yeah, I just told him, like, I was like a kid after that demo, man. I was so
Oh, he
excited
wouldn't
for
stop
like
talking
the
about
next
it T,
couple
for like
hours.
2 days. No, it was days.
It was, and I was like,
let's
me
try
and
to
Wes,
get back in tomorrow. Okay, let's try to get back
me
in.
and Wes were, me and Wes were like, we're gonna get in and do this. Todd's like, oh, I already did it. He's like, Todd's like, I already did it in Sweden. but I was like, yes, let's go ahead and do this again, man. This is pretty cool. But yeah, I was very excited about Call of the Mountain. I think this is gonna be a great game. I want to freaking face that boss, man. I only got like about a minute in there, Todd.
Yeah.
I have unfinished business with that guy.
I can't.
And you
wait.
and Wes
Those-
have unfinished business with Steve.
We do. If I meet Steve in a dark alley, I'm gonna break his kneecaps.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm just kidding, Steve. I'm just kidding.
But no, I've played all the games in that series. You know, maybe not finished them, but I've
Mhm.
played them. So I seriously cannot wait to see this in all of
See,
its glory. And
Dude, I have them on PS5 too, both of them, and I have not played through them. I might need to. I don't even know. It's so close now. There's no way I'm getting through them. But
well, you don't have to get through them. Just
Nah.
go through a couple of the.
because I want to know the
want to
story.
see the foliage. I don't want to see the animals. I want to see it in VR for the first time.
I
haven't played
know.
them
I might just have to go
so I
back
don't
and
want
watch.
to.
I bet you there's like YouTube videos where you can go and watch the backstory or find out the backstory of behind both games leading up to this game because I want to know what's going on, like going into them. So I may have to do that because I played bits and pieces of both. Like I played one in VR with what was I don't remember what the mod was, but what's up, Brad? How you doing, man? Brad says I've had my PS5 for like 2 years, still haven't touched it yet.
Brad,
be
mine's
honest,
still in the box.
To be honest, I haven't touched mine in a little while either. I was using it
haven't taken
for
that in a while.
Returnal and stuff. I was using it quite often, and I still jump into PlayStation VR 1 on it from time to time. But other than that, I do not play it as much as I should. Do you probably play yours probably more than us, right?
Yeah, dude. I do. Cause man, I can't not play flat games with as much shit as
Mhm.
you give me, Mash.
I hear you.
I grew up on flat games, you know, so there's no way I'm never gonna put sole focus into one platform. I like
Yeah.
all
Well,
games.
you just got done with like Callisto Protocol, right? And you got that on the
Oh, I ain't
PS5.
done with it. Oh no.
Yeah, but I mean, you got
That
it and
game's
checked it
scary.
out.
He's gotta take that in small doses.
I hear that.
So,
Um,
but yeah,
Job
no.
Simulator, guys, is coming. Job Simulator is coming from Alchemy
Yeah.
Labs. So you're gonna have Cosmonious High and Job Simulator. What do you think will outsell? Do you think Job Simulator has a chance to outsell Cosmonious High on launch?
I'd say so.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
it
like-
has to be all new people, right? Because everybody else already owns it.
right.
like,
so they're
and-
introducing
like-
both games at the same time to a new market. Which one's
Yeah,
better?
that's interesting.
That's a tough question.
I'd be curious to see which one sells better.
We'll have to keep an eye on that because that's.
I think it will because
I'll
it's still
say
it's
Job
still one
Simulator.
of the best selling games right now on PSVR 1. It's still in the top. I think it's in the top of the sales charts every month now. Still, I bet
Oh,
you it's got
wow.
a chance to outsell it.
Then it might.
Yeah. Your excitement for that? I'm gonna give it like for me because I've played it. I'm gonna give it like a 6.
6
I mean,
for me. Yeah.
But it's a great game. I mean, I'm excited not for me personally. Excited for everybody else. I'd say 8 or 9. But for me,
for
I
sure.
mean,
Yeah.
D same.
Oh, no, because that's 3, 6, no, 5.
5.
I'm with you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's start moving this a little bit faster. Jurassic World Aftermath by CodeSync. This is a Quest port of a good game on Quest 2. I think this is the entire game with the DLC that came later on the Quest 2. So this is going to be both stories. I think this is pretty good, right? This is a cool game. I'm curious to see how they'll bring in all the things to it, like how the visuals will look, if it will be upgraded. This did not get a PC release. This was only Quest.
Yep.
So I'm curious to see what it'll look like, Todd, and I'm curious to see what they bring into from haptics wise. So how about you?
Yeah, same. It's very unique style in their graphics, and they did that just because of the Quest. So if they can amp that up somehow and put it on the PlayStation, it could look fantastic. And I've been playing dinosaur games all day today, so I'm looking forward to that just because I'm in the dinosaur mood.
Yeah, for sure. D, Jurassic World Aftermath. Any?
Give it a
Look
try. I
Yeah,
haven't.
it's like a sneak game. You're sneaking from spot to spot, trying not to get discovered. You know what I mean? It's not a lot of action, but it is tense. And man, you have a dinosaur you can eat your ass if you screw it up. You know who
Yep.
else like to have a dinosaur eat her ass?
Dude, stop! No, come on, man.
I didn't say it. Todd said
Jesus
it.
H.
I just want to make Todd laugh. He's all stressed out.
Oh,
D. I'm trying to make him laugh.
God.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
heart rate still hasn't dropped. So
I know.
No, dude, come on.
All right.
Dude,
How about
I
kayak?
can't play that game now.
He's
Zero.
like, I'm out.
0.
I'm out. All right. How about Kayak VR Mirage? Better than life
God.
games. What do we think on this? You guys know my feeling on this game, but I'll say that I'm very curious as to what this could possibly look like on the PlayStation VR 2. What do you think, Todd? First.
kayak VR, it's gonna look freaking amazing. Whether it's gonna be worth $60 to float around in a kayak, I don't know. Or I don't know what the price is either. So don't quote me on the $60.
Yeah, right.
But we all know
You
that
know
the game's
this
gonna
is
be
going
in
to
that
be
price range, right? It's gonna be expensive.
Yeah,
It's gonna look freaking amazing.
But I mean,
But
if
I
you've
don't know
already
if
done
that's
this, if you've
worth
already
it.
done this on a PC, are you going to get this because it's on a PlayStation 5? Probably
I'm
not. But there's going to be a lot of people that haven't been able to play this yet, right? I mean, we've been talking about this game for a long time. And there's a lot of Quest players who don't have a PC out there like, well, I didn't get a chance to see this game. I want to go see it. So I think it will do well. I hope it pushes the PS5 and pushes what it can do and what the headset can do. And I
I'm
hope
very
it's amazing.
curious to see
Right.
how far they can push it and see what it looks like.
Do
This
you
is
have a
getting
PC now?
photorealistic.
Right. Oh, it is
But-
completely. Do you have a PC now? Do you own Kayak VR? And if you don't, Which one would you go buy this for now?
I do not have it. I don't think with this card that I can push it to where it could be great, but I think I can with the PlayStation, with PSVR 2. So
Yeah.
that is probably where I'm gonna
Cool.
get to experience it. So
I think you're along the line. I think what you're saying is along lines with a lot of other people will. So I think it will be. My excitement is not real high for this game, but I can see where this could be an exciting game for people. Experience for people. It's not a game. It's not a game. I don't care what anybody says. It's
you
not a game.
can race.
Yourself.
Yourself. You know who else likes to do things for herself?
Jesus H.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean, it's just not a game for it's an experience. It's a walking sim where you're paddling a kayak for me, which can be fun. It can be fun. It can be relaxing. A lot of people are like, I just want to go in and relax in VR.
Go for it.
Great. It's just not something for me.
Brad's
Not
trying
something
to
for me.
goat you into blowing.
Oh,
up
we're
on
getting there.
It's coming.
We're
It's
getting
coming.
Well, that's what I was gonna say right now. None of these games so far, we're about what, 10 games in or so, 12 games in, something like that. I haven't said anywhere so far where this game shouldn't be or should not be a launch title, or I think it's going to be a complete ass on the launch. I think
You did
these will
skip
all be
over a
decent
couple
games.
though in the actual list.
I'm just going by the order of the list that I have here. So it
From
might
that
be a
link that
different-
you had.
No, I didn't use that. I used that link for
Oh,
the
okay.
picture.
I
Yeah.
gotcha.
So the next one we got Kazuna AI. Touch the beat. I don't know what this is. Anybody else know what this is?
No
Kazuna
idea.
AI. I've never heard of it.
The
Gem
only
Drops
Do I know
Incorporated.
Yokozuna.
It's a looks like it's a I'm gonna say like a Guitar Hero kind of.
Ooh.
You touch the beat like a. It looks like Guitar Hero
Oh.
bubbles coming at you. And you
I
gotta,
think I've heard of this game before. Okay. All right. This could be cool. This is a Japanese game. I think that came out in all Japanese. Like it didn't even have. I think we looked at this game at one time, Todd, and it just like it was all Japanese. Like there was no.
There was
Even the text and everything was all in Japanese. Yeah. Okay. No, I'm not very happy. I'm not like looking forward to this at all. Right. I mean,
no,
No.
not even on my list.
bit of a miss.
Yeah.
Last Clockwinder. Again, not my kind of game, but it's a very cool game. I understand why it's here. I think it should be here. I think people love it. I do. It's a beautiful game. It is cool to play. It gets a little samey for me. It's like a little bit like repetitive once you get through the whole, thing. But the story's super cool. I like the artwork in it. I know it's not your favorite game either, Todd. What's your
It's just not me. I think it'll look cool because it already looks beautiful in the Quest. So
yeah.
it's gonna look fantastic. Can they change anything? I don't think so. Like it's gonna be exactly the same game. So
But
for me,
maybe
it's like a
jank-free?
6.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Todd
I can
definitely
only
likes
hope because
It's like,
oh my god, I hated this game.
Yeah.
I remember stamping that video, dude.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
Oh yeah. Todd did not like this one.
And to give them credit, Pontalco, is that how you say the developer? They have fixed all the issues that I had in my video, but still, it left a sour taste in my mouth.
I'm curious to see if they introduce any of the haptic stuff into this. I think you could. I don't know if they will. It might just probably. A lot of these just might be straight ports. You know what I mean, and not bringing in as much as the other stuff as possible. But it'll be cool to see it in the PlayStation VR 2. Not something I'm super excited about, but I think it's a good game to be here. The Light Brigade looks super. I am really looking forward to this one. Light Brigade looks like some type of fighting game, like medieval kind of thing, right?
Like kind of like oh, actually no, that's not the right game.
So this there's a note on this. Yeah, something, right? It looks cool. I saw the trailer for it. I thought it looked pretty cool.
It looks kind of creepy actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That might
from
be good.
Functronic Labs. It's it says the purchase includes the PSVR version and the PSVR 2 version. So if you don't have a PSVR 2 but you want to play this on your PSVR 1, you're going to get both versions with the game, which is we're not seeing that on many. So it is actually
that's
releasing
cool.
as a PlayStation VR 1 game. Kind of cool.
It doesn't look like graphically intense, so I can see how they're making it for both.
Yeah, this looks pretty cool. I'm gonna put this like
cool.
a solid 7 or 8 on
Looks
my
like
list.
World War II, World War I zombie shooter first person thing. That's what the pictures I'm looking at. Looks kind of neat.
Yeah, could be. I remember it looking cool. I remember it looking cool and going, yeah, that sounds good. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. I thought this was like more like a medieval fighter, but maybe I could
No,
be
there's
wrong.
rifles and
Was there guns in this one? Maybe was there melee weapons and guns? I don't know. Maybe I don't remember now. I'll have to watch the trailer again. But I don't know. I thought the trailer looked good when they announced the game. I saw the trailer and I thought the trailer looked cool.
Cool.
Moss 1 and 2 remastered. So basically, you have to buy these over again, but you're getting both games. It's remastered. It's going to be on the PlayStation VR 2. If you own this on PlayStation VR 1, you're not getting it on PlayStation VR 2 for free. You have to buy it.
even Moss Book 2, yeah.
But
And
for
it-
the same price, you can from the same price that you bought the first one a couple months ago, you're now going to be able to get both. So if you waited, you're going to be rewarded. If you
Yeah.
didn't, you're going to get screwed.
It was a
That's the
silly
way-
launch to
This
do.
is
but
dumb. This
yeah.
is so dumb. But it's a great launch title. D, you absolutely love this game. You played it all the way through. I think you did too. Did you not, Todd? Play this all the way through?
I played the first one all the way through, not the second one.
D, you
I
played the
both.
second and first one all the way through,
Yes,
right? You
those
absolutely
were
love
the
these
first. Yes, so I will gladly pay for those two games again to see them. Absolutely.
Love it.
Remastered is massive. That has got me excited.
Right.
This is a no-brainer, great launch title that they put them both together for new people who have not bought this game or new people in the VR at all for the PlayStation VR 2. This is a huge title that people will absolutely love. I think this is really big. So I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10 for them. And I'll definitely want to get in there and play it again. I don't know if I want to buy it again, but I own it on every platform now. I'm going to have to go buy it again, but I definitely want to see what it looks like.
Yeah, absolutely. 10 out of 10.
This one was a bit of a shock for me. I think this was announced either just recently or I had not heard this before. NFL Pro Era coming to this one. This is a free PSVR 2 upgrade. So I don't understand what that was. This on the PSVR 1? PSVR 2 upgrade?
No.
I don't know what this article says here. Free PSVR 2 upgrade. I don't know.
I don't know if it's just an upgrade over like content that's not anywhere else, perhaps.
Interesting.
Not
But
cross-content
I had
maybe?
not heard that this was coming previously. Had you?
No.
What game?
This is NFL Pro Era, the one that some people out there have raved about this game. This game for me, I thought was really good. It fell a little short because I don't think it's fully realized. But what was there, I thought was good. I just didn't think there was enough. But this is big. I mean, this is NFL licensed teams in a PlayStation VR headset. This is going to be cool, right?
Sure.
Yeah, it's going to be. I'm just looking on the PlayStation Store, and it is on PSVR 1.
I didn't know that. I'm a little shocked. I did not know it was on PSVR 1.
$29.99. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So
I'm excited for this one.
again, remastered PSVR 2 upgrade, so it's free. If you own the game already, slap it in your PS5 and download the free update.
Hell yeah. I think this is a
That's
big one.
cool.
This is a no-brainer. You bring NFL into PlayStation. This is a no-brainer. People will buy it. People will love it. It's going to be really good. I think this is great. Our friend GT is in chat. What is up, man? I just saw he said, have you spoken about Pavlov yet? And what's our next game on the list, Todd?
Pavlov VR.
Pavlov
PlayStation
VR just
2.
happens to be the next game here on the list. And this was another shock to me. I did not know this game was coming. We've been waiting for this game forever to hit the quest. I mean, it was on like side quest forever, and it finally did come.
And
but
it's only the scaled down version, right? Pavlov Shack.
yeah. Oh yeah. It's not the same, but I mean, this is an amazing VR PC VR game. This is a game that everybody should own. This is a great PC VR game. This is one of the best shooters you will find out there. That this is coming to the PlayStation VR 2 is big news, and I did not know this. And I watched the trailer today. Holy crap, Todd and D, this looks good. What do you guys think?
I haven't watched the trailer yet, but I'm jacked. This is my kind of game, so I'm all over it. Did you not play Pavlov Shack? D? Oh my goodness, you haven't.
D, it's free.
It's free. It's so good.
Dude, you give me enough shit for the games I haven't played. I can't add another one.
I know it's a
Calm
lot,
down.
but we should go in and play Pavlov. It's amazing. You would love it because you
Oh
love
my
shooters. I'm
God.
surprised that you haven't tried this yet. Pavlov is
I got so much
fantastic.
other stuff to play,
No.
man.
And-
I can't.
well, you can do. There's zombies and you can do the zombies in
Yeah,
there.
there's
You can
zombie
bring
mode, like
you
Call
can
of
bring
Duty
all
zombies,
kinds
yeah.
of. If you can do it on PC, you can bring in all kinds of maps. I mean, as many maps as you see on Contractors, there's just as many maps that you can bring in on on Pavlov. It's excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And you
I've
have
heard about it, but
Yeah. Got some great modes. They brought in that World War II mode, Todd. Like maybe it was like a year ago or whatever, 6-8 months ago. They brought in like their World War II stuff into Pavlov. And in the video that I saw for PlayStation, they showed like World War II graphics. Like in one of them, they showed like a level that looked like World War II with the weapons. So I'm extremely excited about this.
I wonder if they're gonna
Um,
have all the modding ability where you can, like,
I don't
if
see
they do
how.
it the way Contractors did it, and where you can just click on them and install them and stuff. That would be.
It would be
ideal.
cool. I don't know if the system is
doubt it.
if it's open like that for
Yeah.
PlayStation. I don't think it is. So I don't know how they would ever do that. GT says Pavlov has the highest amount of concurrent players out of all PC VR first-person shooter games. This is going to be huge. Now I don't
Yeah.
know in GT. Maybe you know the answer to this. Is this going to be cross-play? So are we going to be? So can PC players play with Quest players and play with PlayStation players? Because that would be huge.
You can't play with Quest players right now. PC and Quest can't play together.
So, but I mean, are they going to be changing that with the release of this? I mean, or
I
are
don't
we
know
going to
because it's
see that?
Pavlov Shack. It's a completely different game.
Gamertag says he assumed it would be Contractors, but it was Pavlov, which is more popular, which was surprising. It's going to be so cool for the PSVR crowd.
Yeah.
Absolutely, for the PSVR crowd who has heard of who have heard of Pavlov for years and haven't been able to play it. This is going to be huge. It's going to bring a lot more people, and that's why I hope that it's crossplay in some way. Because if you can bring
between
the
PlayStation and PC, I could see that being crossplay.
Yeah, bring it on. If you can bring the PC crowd in with the PlayStation VR crowd, that would be huge, man. And that would be pretty amazing. And if they could ever do the update where you could actually bring in the Quest players, which they probably can't just because the game can't be the same and it's not going to run that way. So they probably can't, but still just bring the PC VR players in with the PlayStation players. That would be huge for Pavlov. And that's a great point that GT brought up. No Contractors on this list, Todd. It's got to be coming, right?
Yeah.
Yet.
Yes. Yeah. Good point. But I mean, it's got to be coming, right?
It'll come
I mean,
eventually, I'm sure, but I'm surprised it's not on this list.
Maybe they'll announce it when they announce Destiny VR.
It's coming, right?
Alex
It
VR
has
just
to
dropped
be.
into
It has to
chat.
be.
Thought I'd say hello, Alex.
What up?
Love you guys. Love
What's
you
up,
too, man.
Alex? How you doing, man? So, I mean, to me, this is a big one. This is a banger. This may not be with your, hey, I want AAA games on launch, but to me, as a VR game, this is a AAA VR game.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
exciting.
all day.
This is extremely exciting. I'm looking forward to this. This is a 10 out of 10 for me. I'm super pumped,
Yep.
and this is going to be great for PlayStation needs more shooters. They're going to have Firewall Ultra. They're going to have a couple others, but they need more, and this is going to be a great one. It's going to be really good. Pistol Whip, Cloudhead Games. This is a free upgrade, so if you own Pistol Whip on PlayStation VR 1, you're going to get the upgrade automatically to PlayStation VR 2. This is a no-brainer. Has to be on there. Should be a launch title game, right? I mean, this is
One of my
Pistol
favorite
Whip.
games for sure. Like, yeah, no brainer. Smoke and Thunder every day. No problem. I love it.
Yeah, you like Smoke and Thunder better than
It's my favorite.
2089, right?
Yep.
I think I do too. I don't know. It's
It's
close.
so good.
I like 2089 a lot.
It is
2089 has the better weapons.
A cooler boss fight, I think. but
Yeah, I think it does too. Yeah, but
I
it's
don't
super
know.
cool.
The Smoke and Thunder just gets me every time. Love it.
D, you're a Pistol Whip fan, I assume, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What do you?
Love that.
Is this something you think you'd buy for your new PlayStation VR 2 that you got coming?
Again, I have it on the Quest, so I mean it's probably not something unless there's something PlayStation VR specific for
Mhm.
that game.
Yeah.
Getting shot in the
I'm
face,
not
D.
gonna purchase.
Yeah, you can get shot in the face and feel it, D.
Face haptics. Come on.
Now that you say that, I'll put it on my wish list and wait for a sale.
You know who
There
else
you go.
likes to take a shot in the face?
Oh God, I knew that was.
Dude,
I need my Mash Daddy button again.
Where's my mom? You keep messing it. All right, let's. So yeah, Pistol Whip is exciting. Like I said, they're not. It's going to be free upgrade for anybody who already owns it on PSVR. So I don't think they're going to sell a ton of copies that way. but any new people coming into PlayStation VR for the first time, and the PlayStation VR 2 is their first headset, it's going to sell a ton of copies. It's a no-brainer. It's a great game. It's exciting. Puzzling Places. There isn't many of these games, especially on PlayStation VR 2. This is one of the only puzzle games I've seen so far. I think this is a no-brainer. I would love to see Shores of Losi on here. I'm a bigger fan of that game than Puzzling Places, but I can see with all the amount of puzzles that you have, I can see why you would bring this game there, right, D? I mean, this is an
Oh, yeah.
exciting game.
I own both, and I
Mhm.
do like both. What if I had to choose one over? Yeah, I don't know. They're
Tough,
both
right?
unique in their own puzzle.
I happen to know that there's some updates coming to Shores of Loci
Ooh.
that are
Is it
going to
Losi
make.
or Loci? What's the plural of a Los?
I don't know. I call it a Loci.
Yeah. So you
Boy.
actually got to hang out with the developer when we were at CES. The
did, yeah.
developer had come to our after party, and you actually got a chance to talk to her a little bit. And
I
single
asked her if there was
developer.
more puzzles coming, and she's like, "Yeah, it's single developer. One girl does the whole game, and she has
Freaking love
two kind of contracted artists that help her.
Yep.
But she is the sole developer. Yeah, crazy.
But we
eh?
got some cool stuff coming. But
Yeah, so
but-
we asked for more maps and more puzzles, and she says she's really not. It's just too hard with one person.
Mhm.
But there's new functions, and I can't really tell you what's coming, but it's coming.
Okay.
That to the existing puzzles, that it's going to totally change the game. It's going to be so cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
Interesting. But Puzzling Places will be a huge hit, I think. On
It will be.
PlayStation
It'll
VR
be
2.
the casual gamer puzzling places. Come on, this is something my wife would sit on the couch and play for sure.
Hell yeah.
So
Yep.
yeah,
Yep. I'm excited
it
for this
belongs
one.
on the list.
Not me. It's not something I'll go out and buy. I would ever go out and buy. But I'm glad it's there for people that want to play it. Anybody who wanted to play it who didn't get a chance to play it. Now this is a free upgrade also because this was on PSVR 1. So if you own it on PSVR 1, you're going to get the PlayStation VR 2 version for free. Okay, here's one of the biggest: Resident Evil Village. Free update to PlayStation 5 version of Resident Evil Village. So if you already own it, you're going to get the free version, the VR version of the free VR update for this game. Excitement level for Resident Evil Village, Todd.
10.
Hell yeah. And you're not even a big fan of like games like this, right?
Nope. But I'm
you're a
super
10.
jacked.
Are you
about
gonna
this one.
play this game?
Oh, absolutely.
Have you played any
No.
through any other game in the Resident Evil?
Well, yeah, like 10 years ago, but nothing in
Okay,
VR.
nothing in VR. Like you didn't
No.
do Resident Evil 7, RE7, or
I didn't do any of those mods.
yeah. The mods were great. Or like Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 2.
2, I heard 2
Um,
was the best one. I
2
think
was
that's Wes's
excellent.
favorite. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. D. Here it is, D. Resident Evil 8, probably one of the scariest games. Are you gonna play this?
I am absolutely gonna play this. As scared as I am, and I see people in chat like, "Oh, she's gonna be scared."
Well, let me ask you this: will you
I-
play through Saints and Sinners before you play Resident Evil? And Gamer Chick is one of our patrons now, just so you know that.
I know.
And
What?
she actually really loves you.
I know she
How
does.
dare you betray her like this to Capcom? So which one are you gonna do first? Seriously.
Dude, come on, man. I don't know. I don't know. I love you, Gamer Chick. I love you, Tiff. But I might have to go with Village.
Clip it, Todd.
Because-
Clip that, please. Clip it. Hurry up.
Dude, no. No.
Oh, no.
No, I can't wait with as big as whatever her name is. That I remember when GT and Mike were doing the PlayStation.
Oh, you're talking about
whatever it
Lady
was.
Dimitrescu?
Whatever her name is, but
Yeah,
Mike
yeah.
was like, "Step on me, vampire lady," and I fucking died, dude.
Yeah, I mean, large vampire lady.
Right, but that cracked me up. I have to go with that game. I
Heck yeah.
I have to.
That'll be fun. It's
Damn
gonna be
it,
on my
'cause
list.
People are gonna want to see me cry.
Yep, this is. I own this game. I have the physical version of this game that I bought way back when, in hopes
Lady Mommy
that this would
Daddy.
be here and coming, and I have it. I'll be ready to go on launch day and get in and play this game. I did play this game a little bit in VR with the mod.
Right.
and I kind of stopped. I played it as much as I needed to review it on Virtual Strangers, and then I kind of stopped because I want to get out of there. Okay, here is an odd one, Todd. Res Infinite is coming to the PSVR 2. Res Infinite is like a 2016 game or 15. This is an old game, dude.
Yeah,
This
that's a
game
little
has been out
surprising.
forever. And it was a good game. It launched a long time ago, and this is a good game. Wes from Virtual Strangers loves this game, plays it all the time, or used to play it all the time. It's
Came
a
out
pretty
on the
cool
Quest
game.
in 2020.
Yeah, but it was been on the PlayStation VR for a long time, and Steam, I think. For a long
Steam
time.
too. Yeah, it gets 9 out of 10 on Steam.
Yeah, been
Very
around
positive.
for a long
August
time.
2017.
This is an enhanced edition of Res Infinite. It's going to look way better, better graphics, better visuals. I don't know about haptics, but I would assume that's a good possibility. But this is just a weird,
It's
weird
a
one, man.
trippy, weird game. Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm a little shocked to see this on the list, honestly.
All
I
right,
don't know what they could
this
do
is
to
a-
make this better for PlayStation, but
I think this is a
Let's-
challenge from Gamertag to D. I think he just challenged
No,
you, D.
no, no.
Gamertag
no,
says
no. What?
D.
I can't hear
He
you.
says,
My
D,
audio suddenly went out, and I
you
can't
can
read.
smash
Can't
Walking
read.
Dead in a
Nope.
day. Good game with fun choices. Always remember you can grab the heads to stop biting. You'll be okay. So
I
that's
don't
what
want
it
to
is. You
get
should
that
just
close.
take the whole day.
No, dude. No.
Oh man,
Oh my God.
you can do
I
it,
don't
D. You
wanna
can do it.
No.
Brad says Dreamcast. Dreamcast sounds great, man. Dreamcast is probably my all-time favorite system. Like when I want to start collecting some older systems, Dreamcast would be one of the first ones I buy to have. It was just a weird system that I absolutely loved. I remember.
Res came out on Dreamcast.
Did it really?
Yeah,
Is that why you said Dreamcast?
that's why
Wow.
he said it. Yeah,
Holy crap! Did it? How many years ago did that come out?
in 2000.
Dreamcast?
I don't know. Shit, 2010.
Holy crap.
2000. I don't know.
It's cool. I'm
long
curious
ass
to
time
see
ago?
what the I'm curious to see what the
2001.
enhancement is going to be in that. But very trippy game, lots of fun. I think it's a good game to have at launch. Todd, one of your favorite games from last year, Song in the Smoke, or the year before last, actually, I think it wasn't last
Yeah,
year.
a couple
it was the year
years now.
before
Yeah.
last.
Has two.
Song in the Smoke, great game. This was a PSVR 1 game. I don't see that this is a free update. I don't know if that means you need to buy this game again or not, but Song in the Smoke, this is a no-brainer, right?
Yeah, this is gonna look really good and be creepy as hell on PlayStation VR 2. So, yeah, this is a 8 or 9 for me for sure.
Wow.
Big fan. The Steam game was definitely better, so being able to play it on the PlayStation should be even better. So,
Z-Storm said this came, Res Infinite came out on the Dreamcast in 2001.
yeah,
Holy
2001.
crap.
See, there you go.
Holy crap, man.
You.
On
Yeah,
Dreamcast.
it was a long time ago.
I have a Dreamcast in that closet right behind me.
Do you really? You should just send it to
Yep.
me then. I want
I even
one.
have the big ass controller
work?
system, the big flight
Does it
stick. Yeah,
work and
works.
everything?
Of course it works.
Oh, you should send it to me for sure.
We got a big 3-ring binder full of games.
All right, so let's keep going. Let's move along on the list a little bit. Song and Smoke, I think we're all excited for. D, I know you like that game too. Song and Smoke seems like a good one to bring, right, to PlayStation VR 2.
Sure.
Sure, there we go. Star Wars: Tales from the Galaxy's Edge. It's Star Wars. I mean, how can you
Has to
not
be a
have it
launch
on a
title.
launch? How can it
Yeah.
not be a launch title? Just because it's Star Wars, it has to be. Oh my God, you guys are making me feel so bad now. Gamertag said he just played his Dreamcast yesterday. Soul Calibur. The Soul Calibur on
Yeah, I
Dreamcast
have
was one
that,
of my
of course.
favorite
Yeah.
freaking games.
Yeah, I still have
Power
that game.
Stone. Oh my
I
God.
miss Soul Calibur.
I remember playing Shenmue. Shenmue
That's
on.
one of my favorite
My
games.
God, it was
I
one of my
still have that
favorite
too.
games. I just got so engrossed in Shenmue. It was like it was like one of the first open world games that was just super cool, man.
I have
Love that
videos of
game.
my kids playing DuckTales on the Dreamcast.
Oh my God, DuckTales.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, Crazy Taxi was another one. Shit.
that's
We
great.
could just do
that
a
game
retro
should be in
game.
VR. Why is
We
that
should
not
just-
in VR
We
yet?
should do a retro show and just talk about. I could just talk about retro games all day long, man. For sure. I loved gaming back then. Was so much fun, man. I just loved it. Let's see. What was it? Star Wars. Yeah, I love Star Wars. I finished this game. Finished the DLC. Absolutely loved it. One of the best games I've played. We want more, right? Like we want more than
They got to
than
expand the story,
these
expand
games,
the
but
yeah.
But I think it's a no-brainer. It's Star Wars. It should be on a PlayStation VR 2 launch. D, how
Yeah.
about you?
Yeah, I've never played it. So yeah, I'll play anything Star Wars, man. I'm a nerd. Come on now.
I know, right? You love like Star Wars pinball too, right? And you're like
Oh my god, anything pinball. Oh my
that
god.
Star Wars pinball game is
You see how
fantastic.
my tone kind of like picked up and the speed of my talk is picking up because you mentioned pinball and I love pinball and oh my god.
Oh, Emu VR gamer tag says you can
Yeah,
play
that's
all
the one. Him and
Dreamcast
Mike
games
get
together.
into the same room and play
I
old school
know.
games.
Gamertag made his own room. So Gamertag went
Yeah,
in and
so
checked
did
out
Mike.
Mike's room and he loved it so much. I think he went and made his own.
He did, and then he knocked over all his
Damn.
games for TikTok. It was great.
I need that time to go build. Can we build that in Neos?
Probably.
Let's build a retro gaming world in Neos. Skiva, Z-Storm, Tribe, if you're still out there. Let's build a retro game arcade in Neos with working retro games.
They have one in
All
the
right.
Blue Dragon Theater.
Good night,
So we could
everybody.
probably-
I'm out of here. Let's go. We're going now. Forget it.
We're going into Neos right now.
All right, let's move through a couple of these. Tale of Inaguro. It's a really good game. It should be a launch. It's a good game. You like this game, Todd? It had a weird story, Japanese JRPG kind of thing.
Yeah.
Good game, right?
It'll be good. Yep. I'm excited.
D. I don't know if you played it, Tale of Inaguro, but good. It's a good game. I mean, it's it's probably a medium on my list. You know, I mean, we won't call it the best game, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad it's on there. Synth Riders. I missed that. Synth Riders is coming. Kludge Interactive. This is a free upgrade if you own the version on PlayStation VR 1. Huge. This is a huge one. People are going to love this. Synth Riders is great. I don't know what it'll be different for the PlayStation VR 2 version, but hopefully there's something different. More Synth Riders is good. So
yeah, you can't have enough. That's my favorite exercise game, hands down. So I'm a big fan. Big fan. Kludge knows that. Big fan.
Dude, I love those experiences in Synth Riders. Like Lindsay,
I love the
Lindsay
multiplayer.
Sterling experience. That's freaking fantastic.
We may have some news on exercise and Synth Riders coming up.
Working on it.
All right, let's get into one of the best games that you played last year, Tentacular, one of your favorites by Devolver. This is this is a no-brainer AAA game. This is the game that we all want. When they announce games that are going to come to PlayStation VR 2, and we were like, this is going to take full control of this system and all of its graphics and all of the haptics. We were like, Tentacular has to be on there day
Maybe
one.
I can
If it's
smack
not,
myself in the face and feel it.
and feel it with your tentacles.
Oh,
With my
haptics, dude.
Hey, you know who else likes to have a tentacle slapped in their face?
Oh my god, dude.
I said tentacle, D. Tentacle.
I thought you said testicle. Sorry.
Oh man, I don't know. I did not like Tentacular at all. I thought it was stupid. Todd, you hated it worse than me, I think.
I played quite a bit of it for a review, a couple hours, I would say I put into it, and I was thoroughly disappointed. It's just not my jam, but it was terrible. I didn't like it at all. I didn't
wasn't
understand
even that it wasn't my
like,
jam. It was just, like it wasn't done well. I mean, it seemed like the controls were super touchy. I don't know. It seemed monotonous and kind of like
you just had to use your tentacles to like pick up shit and throw things and block stuff and pat people on the
almost like-
head and solve
it's
puzzles.
almost like it's almost like going through a game with bats for hands.
Yeah,
right?
kind of.
Can you imagine if they ever made a game where you had bats for hands? I mean, how fucking retarded would that be?
Oh, I hope that never happens in my
Dude,
lifetime.
come on, man.
All right, let's go to what do we got next? We got
Tetris Effect.
How big is this Tetris Effect? This is pretty amazing, right? Now, I don't know. There's a lot of people out there that are like, Tetris Effect. I'm not a big fan of Tetris Effect.
Dude, I love it on the Quest.
Yes, D. Tell everybody about Tetris Effect.
It's a nut. If you like Tetris, if you've ever played Tetris and enjoyed it, dude, you absolutely need to play this because you're in another freaking world playing
Hell
this
yeah.
game, and the environments and the stuff that goes on while you're playing, it's phenomenal, dude.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Little trippy.
it is. It's super cool. I know there's a lot of people are like, it's just Tetris. It's not just Tetris. This is
No.
different. It gives you a completely different feel than playing like flat Tetris. And like the environments and when things change and when you get these combos
yeah.
and things happen and you make things
Yeah.
happen as getting these, that's cool, right? It like brings
Yeah.
you into it.
Absolutely. And you see a dolphin jumping out of the water. It's
Who doesn't want to see a dolphin jumping out of the water? I mean, really, these days,
awesome.
except in kayak VR, then no.
No, they float. Or
Yeah,
what
it's
was
just
it? What was
turtles.
it? GT like a turtle or something?
It's a
It's-
turtle.
yeah,
Yeah.
Turtle
Yeah.
and a dog. Hey,
It's
you
the
know.
spacewalking turtle because he floats out of the water and just floats away. I think they fixed that.
I know,
but-
right? Oh man! All right, so yeah, I'm excited for Tetris Effect. I think a lot of people will like it. This is the enhanced version for that for the PSVR 2. Thumper. Thumper is another classic game, kind of like a Res Infinite game. Been out for a long, long time. Todd, I was a little surprised to see Thumper on this list.
It's not quite as trippy as Res Infinite, but it's like a rail racer kind of game. I'm
Yeah.
assuming with PlayStation VR 2, it's all third person, so you're gonna be controlling it with your controller, kind of like there's a couple like a Yuki almost control wise, but racing.
Yeah, it is. I would kind of like, I would put it on that level. Super cool. It's got bosses in it, boss fights you can do that are super cool. It's a lot of fun.
It'll look good.
Oh yeah,
'Cause it's like trippy colors and stuff, and it'll look.
I assume they're not just going to bring Thumper. They're going to do something with it to make it look better.
Yeah.
I would assume. Another one. This is the third game from Alchemy on this list. Vacation Simulator, another banger title that's been around for a long time that will sell units, right?
It's gonna sell games for sure. Between this and Job Simulator, it's hard to tell who's gonna be on the top of that leaderboard, but it's a classic VR title.
Yeah, for
Could
sure.
not get more classic.
I think this one is this one to me is like my daughter loves Vacation Simulator even more than Job Simulator. Like she'll play,
yeah?
that's like her go-to. She'll go to this one a little bit more. I'm not sure why, but she just loves it more. I don't know. Is there more to do in there? I haven't played.
I haven't given
like-
my kids access to that one. I should let them
Really?
play
Are
it.
they
Yeah, I
like
don't know why.
punished or?
No, they just it's not installed on their Quest. No.
They
Well, get
jacked up
access.
the internet last week, so
Yeah,
they're
right?
Exactly.
cut
They
off.
screwed up the internet.
off.
Damn children. No, I should
Aw.
get especially Riley. I think she'd get a kick out of that.
D, what you said the task? I want to play more Mother Gunship Forge, and that is why is that
Dude.
not on this list? I want Mother
Yet.
Gunship Forge on
Yet.
this list. Yeah, for sure. And Gamertag says Thumper again. He wants to play Thumper. I think he was a big
It's
fan
gonna
of
look cool.
the original PS. D, you probably never got a chance to play it because it was. It's. I think it actually is a Quest game as well, but I know it was big on the PlayStation VR 1. But have you
And
ever played
Steam
it? D?
as well?
It's cool. You'll like it. It's a game that you would definitely get into.
Is it just VR or is it's flat too, right? On
It might
Steam?
be flat.
I
That's a
think.
good question. It
'Cause
might
I
be
think
flat.
I have it wish listed flat.
I'm not sure.
Interesting. I don't know if I'd want to play it flat, but yeah.
Or maybe
There
I'm
was a-
thinking. No, you know what? I think I may be thinking of a different game. Ruiner. I think on Steam. Maybe I might be getting that confused. So
Could be. I'm not sure myself actually. And then we come to What the Bat. This was announced either the last couple of days today or the last couple of days, and I was talking to Todd earlier, and I said, Todd, I don't get it. I mean, and you agree with me about What the Bat, right? I mean,
100%.
right. So I said maybe me and you are wrong. I mean, because every time I say something about What the Bat, something happens. Like they voted Game of the Year. Like I'm all over What the Bat, and I'm like, this game is terrible. I can't believe it's $24.99. How dare they try and charge us money for this game? It's terrible. And I'm telling everybody this, and then they turn around and they make a Game of the Year. And then we go through that whole thing, round and round. We've already been through there.
Oh, yeah.
And then, I still talk about it and say how bad it is. How dare they make it this Game of the Year? And then they turn around and they bring it as a PSVR 2 launch title.
I don't
I'm
know.
shocked.
Why this is a launch. Like, how did this make the poster? I have no idea. Unless they're selling crap loads of copies.
Well, that's what I said too. I said maybe
But
we're
there's only
wrong.
there's like 50 reviews or something. Like the
That's
reviews
what
are
it is.
terrible.
Yeah, because we were talking about it, and I'm like, let's take a look at the reviews. Let's see how many Quest reviews there are of What the Bat, because that usually gives you a good idea of how many you're selling. The more
60.
reviews there's 60 reviews of What the Bat. That is terrible for a
Yeah.
Quest 2 game. Todd, give me a game. Think about a game that came out like in the last 6 months, and give me Cosmonious High. Cosmonious High did not do very well either. But how many reviews does Cosmonious High have?
Hang on, I'm looking up Shadowgate. 310 reviews.
Yeah, Shadowgate, 310 reviews, and nobody even knows what Shadowgate is.
Yeah, which is stupid.
Exactly. Everybody should own Shadowgate. But like Cosmonious High, how many reviews did that get?
do do do.
$34.99 Canadian. So $29.99.
I cannot believe that game is so expensive, by the way.
583.
Yeah, so Cosmonius High has 583 reviews, and that game did not go over super well.
10
And
times
that
more
game-
reviews, and it's
so
a
do we-
4.5 out of 5.
So do we think that we have 60 reviews on What the Bat? Do we think that's selling a lot of copies? So if you bought that game and either you hate it or you love it, you would probably review it because people review stuff for Quest 2. They just do.
Yeah, especially now with the Quest referral codes. I'm seeing so many reviews of people who saying this game is the best game in the whole world. Here's my referral code for 25% off. They probably hate the goddamn game, but they want the 25% off coupon out there so they get a kickback.
Man.
And I'm not
Brad's
even
too
seeing
funny.
that on What the Bat.
No, I know. Brad says you'll be able to see the wood grain on the bat though in the headset.
Gamertag says he canceled his Horizon PSVR 2 bundle for the What the Bat bundle.
Can you imagine if they had
came
a what
with an actual bat, I would do that.
Dude, this would be me. This would be me. I've been railing against this game. They all of a sudden they make it a launch title, and I'll say something again, and then they'll make it a bundle title. It'll be like the best-selling bundle of a PlayStation VR 2 is What the Bat and the PlayStation VR 2.
Oh my god.
Holy crap, man! What are they doing? Why? I don't get it.
I don't
All
get
the
it.
games you could have
It'll
thought
be
of.
okay.
Why isn't Red Matter 2 on here?
Yeah. Or Shadowgate.
Shadowgate. Well, I mean, I know that's the problem too. Is
It's hard to port 'em.
Shadowgate, it's hard for these developers to get the dev kits. Shadowgate is coming to PlayStation VR 2, but they didn't get the dev kit in time to get it done.
Yeah.
And
And What the Bat did. Fuck.
What the Bat had they had their PlayStation dev kit the day it was launched. It was one of the first ones to have it.
Right.
All right, and the last one on this list I see Zenith, The Last City by Ramen Games. This is a no-brainer. This is going to be huge. We're going to bring a ton more people into VR to play this game. They're getting updates constantly, Todd.
It's like a remastered version for PlayStation. It looks amazing.
If
Like
the
you thought it
trailer
looked
looks
cool
half as
before, it looks so freaking good now.
if the game looks half as good as what the trailer they showed, I am excited.
Oh my god, it's gonna look cool.
And we kind of like abandoned this game pretty quickly, probably way too quickly. But I put like 30 hours into it, 40 hours at least.
It came around a bad time, right? I got stuck in Roatan, Honduras,
You
right
were-
around the
you were
launch,
for 4 weeks.
and I was like the backer
Oh,
of this. Like,
fucking Roatan. Oh
I
no.
know. Cry
well, the
for
worst
him, D.
part was I didn't have my headset with me.
He got stuck
That's
in
your
paradise
fault,
for 4
dude.
weeks. Seriously, I don't go anywhere without my headset. What? You should be.
Yeah, well,
you
I
probably
don't
have good
now,
internet. Yeah.
I got
But-
good internet, but I just didn't have my headset.
Like, how do we get What the Bat and then we get, like Zenith, The Last City, So it's just an oddball thing.
yeah,
But look, forget about what I say. I guess I'm just a dumb old man because apparently this game will sell like crazy. You're gonna see this end up being probably one of the best selling games. They'll come out like after like a month or two after it's out. They'll say, What the Bat was one of the all time best selling games on the PlayStation VR 2.
that's totally what's gonna happen.
GT says he hopes he can meet D in 2023, and she can't
Can
talk
happen.
right
No,
I thought
that's
you were
fine.
back to
It's
work.
fine.
Okay.
No, you're fine. You can keep
Okay.
me.
now. Oh, okay.
But it will happen, GT. Dang it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm gonna meet more people this year.
We're going to make this happen. We're going to make these things happen. We're going to work on it. We're going to make it happen. It's going to be awesome. All right. There's a handful of games that are not going to be launch title releases, Todd, that will be released through the month of March. Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 2, No Man's Sky, Creed Rise to Glory, Switchback, and Before Your Eyes. Now, I thought Switchback was supposed to be a launch title.
Launch title.
So this site that I'm in right now says it's not. It says this game is supposed to come out sometime around launch. It doesn't say it will be at launch. So if anybody has any more information than I do, because I had heard that Creed Rise to Glory was going to be a launch title, and I heard that
I have Creed on my list as a launch title.
and
but
Switchback I
I
thought was supposed to be too.
I don't have Switchback on my list either. But
You
mind
don't
you,
have
this list is
Switchback?
IGN's list that I'm looking at.
Oh,
and I'm
oh my
just
God.
fucking
Yeah.
shit about it.
That's it right there. You're good.
you went to IGN for VR news?
Dude, I clicked on the link you put in
Canadians.
chat. So you went
Oh,
to
you know-
IGN.
you know
I
why?
clicked
'Cause
on it.
I was using that just for the picture. I wanted that picture with the launch window. Well, I showed all the titles. That's the only reason I went to IGN. No, IGN's terrible. Yeah, that's something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
That's
see it on
rough.
the list. But Switchback should be a launch title, unless they're having issues and they just can't get it
I
out
thought
fast
it was
enough, so.
too. I thought it was too, unless something's changed.
Yeah. I don't know.
I thought Walking Dead Saints and Sinners was going to be a launch title. I thought No Man's Sky was going to be a launch title. Creed, Switchback. I don't know what this last one is by Skybound Interactive. Before Your Eyes. I saw somebody show this game, show the
Right.
show a bit of a trailer for this game today. This looks like a story driven type of game. But look pretty cool.
It's popular on Steam.
Yeah.
9,000 reviews. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Really
Brad
popular.
says, "Where is Gorilla Tag for PSVR 2? That game is saving VR." And we might talk. we're gonna get through a couple of these things. It's almost 12 o'clock already, so we're gonna get through this a little bit faster. We're probably gonna leave something on the table here, but let's talk Gorilla Tag real quick. I just want to hit 26 million guys made in 13 months on Gorilla Tag, and this is a game that's free. So this 26 million that they're talking about was made on in-game purchases, if you
That's
can
right.
believe that.
Isn't that crazy?
So this game launched on App Lab originally, 13 some months ago. It has now gone to the Quest store proper, but it spent 95% of its time on App
SideQuest
Lab, and
and
it's
App Lab.
still SideQuest and App Lab, and it's still made $26 million. So you tell me, Todd, how many Quest 2s are out there? How many Quests and Quest 2s are out there?
My God, millions.
I mean,
What it
seriously,
tells you
this-
most importantly is that free games are good. Ultimex
Yeah.
is going to follow the same model. They're going to make maybe not 26 million in their first year, but they're going to make a crap load of money. This whole model of make an awesome game that everybody loves, that's catchy, make
It's
it
a smart way to
free,
do it. Yeah, and then
It's
do
so
in-game
smart.
content.
because
In-game
everybody wants to
content.
buy the stupid hat and the shirt and the gloves and the pink hair, and you make a fortune. Call of Duty and Fortnite have been doing it for a decade.
Yep.
Like, there's something to be said around this model.
Yeah.
And
I
it's-
think
it's
Technical Glitch
crazy.
was saying something about $20 for the game. I think the Steam version still is $20, and I don't know how much longer the Quest version will stay at free. It may jump the price, but we'll see. But yeah, the Quest version is free. It always has been free, except for in-app purchases. But I know the Steam version is $20, not cheap, which is weird. I don't know why they would
It's
do
weird.
that, but okay. But they have a lot of people playing. Todd, Christmas Day, 760,000 people logged in and played Gorilla Tag on Christmas Day
Wasn't
in
that
one
crazy?
day. That's
In one day.
insane. That's insane. The peak
Crazy.
monthly user count now is 2.3 million players. That's insane
What?
for
Yeah,
Gorilla
for
Tag.
Gorilla Tag, it is
Oh, good lord, no.
ridiculously popular.
I'm good. Good on that one.
It makes me hopeful for what we will see. Another game that we talked about, Monkey See, Monkey Doo Doo, which I think is a better Gorilla Tag. It's faster. It looks better. It's got more to do. The vine swinging is cool. The whole
More
idea
to
is
do.
more to do, more to throw. Todd, you fell in love with this game.
Yeah, given that we're side quests or sidekick ambassadors or sidekicks or whatever you want to call verified reviewers with side quests, we get access to a lot of their games, and they actually put a thing on their developer page that said no more Gorilla Tag type games because there was just so many of them, like, and they're
Oh, yeah.
all terrible. Gorilla Tag was it, but
Yep.
Monkey See, Monkey Doo Doo is gonna dethrone that game.
I think it is.
It
And-
is
and
so
SideQuest
much
is-
more fun.
And SideQuest is letting that game in, I think, because they know
Yeah,
it's
well,
not,
once-
it's
once,
not an exact
um,
clone.
Once Gorilla Tag went to the store proper, they released
Right.
the no clones rule. But yeah,
Yeah, and Monkey See is
The-
cool
the-
because they same thing, free with in-app
Yeah.
purchases.
yeah,
That
it's
don't
fun.
affect
it's
the
gonna
game.
be great.
Yeah, all cosmetic, which is cool.
Yeah,
And you can
And it
throw
is so
shit.
much
You
more
can throw
fun.
shit at everybody. I mean,
that
who
is
doesn't?
so much.
Who doesn't
fun.
want
Oh
to
my
throw shit at
God.
people?
I don't.
You
Oh.
don't?
That
Lee?
game,
Really?
no, seriously, that game does not appeal to me at all.
It's fun though. It's
No,
fun.
dude,
Swinging
I'm
from
not
vine to
gonna,
vine.
But you don't play Gorilla Tag either.
no, but either
I don't really
way,
like Gorilla
I'm
Tag
not,
either, but it's too slow for me. Gorilla Tag with the whole movement thing. I don't know. I liked it. I like the movement and I like swinging from vine to vine and using your momentum to keep going and go faster and faster. And I like that in the other game. I'm not Gorilla Tag's a little slow for me, but I'm old, Todd, and I can't get
I can't swing my arms that fast, so
Oh yeah, I'd be dead.
I prefer the momentum of monkey see, monkey do.
Exactly. Yeah.
I watch my daughter play gorilla tag, and she's just going as fast as she can.
No,
Oh my
Joe.
gosh.
She won't have
I-
to do that,
I
so.
don't want to throw shit at a zombie either. I don't
Oh,
want to.
that would be good.
No, it wouldn't, dude. I don't
What,
see.
D?
Come on, D.
No, no.
A secret pocket.
It'd be fun.
Load some
No,
crap.
I'm not hooping in my hand and flinging my shit at any
Well,
virtual
you know.
animal person, whatever. No,
No
it
sense
does
of adventure.
not appeal. Adventure. Oh, no, I'm not shit. No, I'm good on that one.
So, I mean, again, this is not none of our type of game that we would run into do, but the fact that the game is here, the fact that it's doing 26 million in revenue in 1 year is good for VR. This is
Good for
fantastic for
VR.
virtual reality. It's going to bring people in. It's going to bring developers in who want to make games, who say there is money here to be made. If you make a good game that people want to play and you make it to where you can build a community and get people in, this is big. This is what you're going to want to do. And it shows that VR is still alive. People are still using it. I mean, headsets are not in closets. You know what I mean? That's the biggest thing. Like you can sell as many headsets as you want, but if nobody's using them, that's a bad number. So
Yeah. Every once in a while, I check here on Facebook Marketplace up here in cold Canada, and just to look for things like the Index, the Quest 1, out of curiosity, Quest 2, Quest Pro. There isn't a Quest Pro on Facebook up here.
wow.
There is very few Quest 2s, lots of Quest 1s,
Nice.
and no indexes on Facebook Marketplace. There is some indexes on Amazon or eBay, Canada's eBay, but not on Facebook Marketplace.
eBay.
Interesting.
eBay.
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 Oh, I think that's too funny.
So I think that's cool. That shows that people aren't just trying to get rid of them. At least they're keeping them, which is a good thing.
I like it.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
still playing with them.
Yeah, I mean, they're not selling them, trying to wait for the Quest 3 or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm glad they're keeping them and playing them and using them. So that's good to see for sure. When you see,
Brad says it's going to bring predatory business models that target children. I hope that's not the case.
you might. I mean, it's possible.
And I hope Sony helps prevent that. So
you have to be careful with any of these things for sure, because it is the majority of kids playing these games, and you have to be careful. There's going to be toxicity with these things. There's going to be a lot of things that are bad with this, but I think the good outweighs the bad. And if kids, if it's bringing people into VR, I think it's definitely a good thing, even though you're probably not going to catch me in Gorilla Tag anytime soon. But
part about those games is that you don't have to play with sound, like voices. My daughter
Right.
plays Gorilla Tag all the time, and she mutes everybody. She doesn't want to talk to them because they're all screaming in her ear and drives her. And she's a kid, drives her crazy.
yeah, and Monkey Do is going to have a special system for muting people in the lobby too, which I think will be good. Super cool.
Yeah,
You gotta be
definitely needs
careful.
that.
Cool. All right, guys. I think we're gonna rip through this. We're gonna give these games away just all at the end here, Todd. And we're pretty much to the end.
Yeah.
I want to kind of get done here and unwind, and so we can blow off some steam, and me and you can hug each other and cry, and then Dee can kind of console us.
I need to go hug Hambone
No,
and VBunny.
I'm not.
You're not
in the middle of that.
gonna console us, Dee? How dare you?
No,
How dare you?
I'll send you guys some Kleenex.
She's not crying for us at all, Todd. She don't care.
No love.
I do want to mention real quick. Road to VR put out some cool stuff. I thought they put out their best rated Oculus games and apps, and paid apps. And these are rated, so these are the highest rated games. I just wanted to point out a couple of the games that are on here. The Room VR, A Dark Matter, is still the highest rated game on the Quest 2 at a 4.89 rating. That's amazing, with
I need a sequel
12,000
to that game, dude.
12,000 reviews. Hell yeah, they
That's
do.
crazy.
Moss Book 2 up there, 4.88 with 465 reviews.
Right?
Puzzling
Already the number
Places.
2 ranked game, and it just came out.
That's great. At 4.88. I mean, that just shows you how great that game is. Puzzling Places is up there, 4.88 as well. Walkabout Mini Golf, 4.87. I Expect You to Die 2 is up there at 4.8. Swarm, 4.8. That's great.
Wow. Yeah.
Great. Vermilion, the painting game. Vermilion, their painting application. Vermilion,
Mhm.
4.8. The original Moss is up there, 4.8. Compound, a game that we just talked about. That's a great game, 4.8.
Matter
Last
2.
Clockwinder, Red Matter 2. Yuki is on this list, Todd. I love it.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, 4.7, 209 reviews. Not a whole lot of reviews, but more than Arcaxer, and that's
Yeah,
a great game.
but Arcaxer's fairly new, which is good. If you're new to the Quest store, I should say. Been on App Lab for a while, but Arcaxer's that's
Yeah.
great. 4.8. That's for that game is fantastic. It should be that. It should.
Yeah.
Ancient Dungeons up there. Into the Radius. I think that's pretty good too, huh?
Yeah, 2,700 reviews. That's great.
That 2,700 reviews for Into the Radius. You know, I mean, that game just came out this past year too. That's what I mean when I say you've got a game like What the Bat that's got 60 reviews. That nobody's buying that game. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah,
got
everyone's
no
talking about it.
reviews.
Then they go to the store and they see $30. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you know who I have a sighting of? Our newest patron, GC13, a Diet Pepsi Game Cat, has stopped in a chat. What is up, GC13? Hi, Tiffany. How you doing? Thanks for
She's watching us on her
stopping in.
TV.
Awesome. How you doing? Very cool. Saints and Sinners has a birthday coming up, Todd.
Yeah, I think it's like this week or something, isn't it?
Yeah, I think next week. I think they have a birthday
Next week?
coming up. Yeah, we're gonna do some cool stuff for that too. I might have to get back in there. I want to finish my walkthrough of some of their games, some of their stuff, and my favorite moments stuff too. So it'll be cool. What does Chris 9989 say? I want to see Eric's rant if What the Bat wins PSVR 2 Game of the Year. Can you imagine?
I think Brad
you
posted that
imagine?
earlier. Game of the Year 2023.
I will be out of
It's
the.
got a shot. It's got a shot again.
Oh God, I hope not.
Just looking at some of the most popular apps, and this is by how many ratings they have. And Golf Plus, Todd, 1,400 ratings. Pretty good. Bone
That's
Lab,
good, yeah.
1,000 ratings.
That's not
These are
surprising.
changes in ratings. So this is how many they've had in the last year. So or this past month or something like that. I think that's pretty good. You got some people getting this game. I mean, going back to getting the Bone Lab, Golf Plus. I mean, that's a really good game that a lot of people don't think about.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite golf games for sure. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
They
Oh
just
yeah,
got
so this
Pebble
is
Beach.
these are rating changes compared to December. So that's how many ratings you've had since December to now. 1,400 ratings in Golf Plus, 1,000 in Bone Lab. Job Sim still getting 552.
He's off
So-
work.
Nice. D's off work. You got the chance to stay the whole time, D.
I know.
But yeah, there's some the check out Road to VR, guys. If you want to take a look at this list, go to Road to VR, look at their 20 best rated games and popular Quest games for January of 2023. I think this was a super interesting article. I like when they do these things. And
They do it monthly. This particular article comes out
yeah.
monthly. Yeah.
Yep. I thought it was just an interesting number. And I looked at some of the numbers. I'm like, this is just, it's cool to see. Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, Todd, 2 on that list, 504. That means people are talking about it. People are talking about it. They're talking about the changes that were made already, probably, and some of the new patches that were done. The original Saints and Sinners, 325. So that game is still getting ratings just in 1 month. So Contractors is on that list. Walkabout Mini Golf. Five Nights at Freddy's. That's a kind of a forgotten game now. Five Nights at Freddy's, right?
Yeah.
D, you want to play Five Nights at Freddy's?
Nope.
It's on D's wish list.
Nope.
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 Out.
Nope. Never ever.
All right, too funny. All right,
Okay.
that is good. We'll call our news there. Let's do these. Give these games away. It is midnight, folks, and like I said, we need to get the heck out of here and go cry in our soup. So
You know the show's gone long when D gets off at midnight and you guys are still
we're
going.
still on. I know.
We're still talking.
I know. All right, let's. We're gonna do this. We're gonna rock and roll these games. And Todd, what do you want to do first?
Let's do Requisition VR Steam Key.
All right, this is Steam Key, guys. If you win this game and you can't use it and you don't want to give it to somebody or don't have somebody to give it to, let us know. We can take it back and give it to somebody else. But I don't want to keep respinning. Just let us know and we'll take care of it for next time. But I want to be able to give these Steam keys out. We try not to give Steam keys out because we know there's so many people that don't have Steam. But just let us know. We'll try and give it away to somebody else. But if you win Steam key and you can't use it, sorry.
Requisition VR. Very cool game.
Ooh, you got to show the wheel, though. Oh, you did it when I did it. But this is a really cool game. Requisition VR is fantastic. I really love this game. And they've made it better and more approachable, too.
Oh.
Stormzy's VR says I'm going to play Fortnite after this. I haven't played Fortnite in months.
I haven't.
It's been a long time.
I've played it like once or twice since they did the whole Unreal upgrade to the engine and stuff, and it looks fantastic. It plays fantastic, but I've gotten sucked into WoW, man.
I know. I am probably going to jump back into this. I'm probably going to jump back into Garden of the Sea because I'm
jumping back into Primal Hunt.
Whoa, hold on. Wait. Repeat what you just said, Mash. You're going to jump back into Garden of the Sea?
So I was going to talk about that tonight, but
on?
we've run out of time. I was going to talk about my fun times in Garden of the Sea, but
Whoa, again?
Guido7335 donated me a key. He wanted me to play this game, so he gifted me a key because I said I wouldn't buy it. He gifted me a key to Garden of the Sea, and I told everybody I promised that I would give it a shot and play it. And I did for about
We're going
an
to
hour.
spin for Swordsman while you're talking about this.
Yeah. Oh, another great game, Swordsman. This is a quest key for Swordsman.
Yeah.
So if anybody can play this, but Garden of the Sea. So yeah, tune in next week. I will have a full review of Garden of the Sea. I did record it, and we'll drop a video. We'll see how it happens.
We'll see how Garden of the Sea pans out.
Yeah. Is it Garbage of the Sea still? I don't know. I'll have to tell you.
We'll find out.
Come on, man.
All right, this is a great game, Swordsman. Alakazam, congratulations on winning Swordsman. I really like this game a lot. This is another game I think that we had voted. This is one of the most updated games of last year in the Virtual Stranger show because of the all the upgrades they did to it this past year. Okay, so what do we got? We have a Primal Hunt key and we have a Hubris key. Which one do you want to do first? Let's do Hubris first because it's a Steam key, and then we'll give Primal Hunt away last.
We're giving that to Dee, right?
Sure.
Wait,
Put yourself on the wheel, Dee.
No,
Get it on there.
Dude, no.
You have to.
No, I don't.
This is for Hubris, Steam key, same deal. If you don't have Steam, you can gift it to a friend who does have Steam, or just let us know and we will save it for another night.
Yep, and then we're going to give one more key to Primal Hunt tonight, and then we'll give one away after the show in the comments of the show.
And all you have to do is say anything. I don't care what you say, just say something. If you say something on both of our videos tonight, you get 2 chances. So
double the entries.
That's right.
We got to stop having these 2 videos.
Nice. 7335.
Congratulations. He definitely will love this game. I hope he does not have it so he can use it, and if he does, he can always pass along. But I do know he has a PC, and I hope he doesn't have it because he'll love this game if he doesn't have it. Yeah, for sure. All right, so we got one left. We got Primal Hunt. We'll rock and roll this thing out of here, and then like we said, after the video is over, go back in the comments of the video later, not in the chat, in the comments of the video afterwards. Just comment anything,
Yep,
you can
give it a thumbs up.
Hunt.
Send a comment. Say something.
Yep.
Either one, right? The first or the second.
Yeah,
part?
or both.
Or both.
It'll get you a second entry if you want.
Yep.
2 chances to win.
I
Oh,
think.
Oh, who's it gonna be?
Tickle.
Oh, it's so close.
Tickle sneaks
No,
by.
oh my god. The Spear Nerd was so close. But he probably has the game anyway, I bet.
I think he probably does.
And is a good reviewer, so I'm sure he has that key. But Primal Hunt goes to I am Dickel Salas Pineda. Congratulations, dude. Primal Hunt. Todd said that's fantastic. This is another game I will probably jump in here this weekend at some point and play Primal Hunt. I know GT played it and did a video. He said it was great, so I'll try and jump in myself as well and take a look.
Yeah, I'm really liking it so far. It's way more in depth than I thought it was going to be. So
yeah, GT said he was like 10 hours in. I think I watched his review of it. He said he was like 10 hours in, and he said he was just getting into the. He's like I don't know if people will review this highly enough because you need to get in to see how deep it is, and you need to get like deep into the game,
into the complicated parts and the scary stuff.
And he said it gets damn hard. He said it gets really hard, and this is when you're going to have to die, and you're going to have to build yourself up and get better and better so you can get through it. So
yeah, cool.
Now, see, that's a game that's worth the money. You
get this cool trophy room where you can put all the heads and taxidermy things of all the guys. It's so neat. It's huge. The insides of this game. It's very well done. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely jumping back into that.
Yeah, we'll be in there. We're going to do some Neos, I think, as well. We kind of promised Tribe we would do some Neos.
I still
Yep.
gotta get my
We're gonna do
character
some
together.
walkabout mini golf. We have access now to the new level. What is it?
email.
Atlantis.
Atlantis. So we have access to the new walkabout mini golf course. I think myself and Todd and D hopefully will have time. We'll get in there tomorrow night after we hang out with Quick Cosplay for a while and do some recording with her. I think our goal is to get in there and record, so we have some stuff ready to drop for you guys next week.
Yep. Thursday morning.
And just because I want to get in there and see this new course, man. How are they going to do underwater golf? I want to know.
It's gonna be awesome.
Hell yeah.
They did a great job with the last underwater one. So this
Oh
one's
my
gonna
God,
be
yeah.
interesting to see how they do
For
it.
sure. That'll be fun, D. I can't wait.
And then tomorrow night after we do that, we're gonna jump into Neos because I got to show you the Q2C city. I mean,
yeah, we're going to do Neos tomorrow night too. It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun. All right. Let's tease this, Todd. What do we have coming next week, Todd?
Can I just see Jeff Rayner in chat? I did. Hey, Jeffrey.
No
Nice to see
way.
you,
Did
man.
Jeff Rayner show up?
Yeah, he just showed up.
What
I
is
love
up, Jeff Rayner? How are you doing, man? We need to get Jeff Rayner to come on the show, man. I was talking
do.
about Jeff like last week and saying how cool he is, and
You and I were talking about getting him on here to talk about his crazy life in VR. And yeah, we definitely. I don't want to give away anything because we need you on the show, man. You got to tell the world what you're doing.
Hell yeah, man. That would be awesome. Would love to do that. Let's do it. Let's do it for sure. Okay, Todd, let's tease next week. What are we going to do next week? No interviews next week. We're going back to normal show, but we got some cool stuff coming.
Next week we have some special guests.
Yeah, do we want to just want to say we'll have special guests in studio live, or should we say who we're going to have?
No, special guests.
Special guests. more than one. More than one special
plural.
guest. And it's not going to be an interview either. It's going to be them
No.
coming in to hang out with us and talk about cool stuff and help us do the show. So we have guests. They're just coming to hang and talk VR and talk other cool stuff.
Yeah,
And we have a
it's gonna be
special
Cool.
special video that we're going to show everybody.
Presentation.
I love presentations. You know who else loves presentations? I don't even know what the hell that means, dude.
Jeff
I don't even
Rayner
know
in
what-
chat says, "I love you guys. You know that. Just a shame I'm married. I feel the same way, Jeff."
I know. Seriously, I would probably leave my wife for Jeff Rayner. That's how great Jeff Rayner is.
D, once you meet Jeff, you'll feel the same way.
Oh yeah.
I'd leave my wife too.
Yep. D's like, all right, I'm done. I'm going.
I'm out.
All right, too funny. All right, guys, I think that is going to do it for us. Thank you very much for being here. We want to thank Hambone, Marshall, and VBunny for coming and doing that interview. I'm sorry we had the jank at the beginning of the night, but we think we rebounded. Good job, Todd. Don't beat yourself up. You did an amazing job getting us back up and running. We got a show in. We got the interview out. That's the main thing. Good job, brother. You did a good job. All right, guys.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. We will see you all next week. Until then, click the like button. Click the subscribe if you haven't. We'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.